Morning, everyone. Early stream again by like half an hour. I think that's just gonna be constant from now on, possibly. But yeah, usually I just want to start before noon. That way we have like the afternoon at least to get through things. But anyway, more Neo, World Ends With You, and today's song is Rockin' Rockin'. Which was kind of weird because when I started up the game today, this was actually the song playing in the overworld. Kind of forgot, but I could have actually looked at mental notes to check which areas we need to look at, and I was right, it was Cat Street. We left off solving in the midst of solving the scramble crossing mystery. Oh wait, I probably should have.
Let's have a look.
Oh no, there's still more thoughts we have to actually read. I didn't get all the reminder thoughts though. Okay. Man, I know I've seen that place that just showed up on the big screen. It's sandwiched between two streets, somewhere around here.
Let's move.
And there's even more. Shopping for clothes. What's the deal with that place that just flashed on the Jumbotron for a sec? It looked like a building covered in plants. The screen must be on the fritz. That sounds like Tower Records. Huh? I swear I just saw something on the big screen. It looked like a building with an arch. Sounds like there's plants growing on the walls of this place. And it has an arch. And what's that about it being between two roads? Not sure, but we know it's definitely somewhere in Shibuya. If anyone thinks they know where it might be, let me know, okay?
Let's move.
Do we just go there? Oh, it is. I was right. It's well, there's plants on the wall here. And several arches. And it's between two roads. It's two, yo. Aha! The building on the big screen must have been Modi. Nice work, team. Anyway, what were we supposed to do once we got here again? One must walk in a single counterclockwise circle. So around the plants, possibly?
Right.
Wait, won't that kill me? Fret, we're already dead, I think. Well, we ain't gonna know if nobody gives it a shot. It's cool, I'll do it.
Huh?
I mean, if you really wanna. Too late to stop him now, he's already halfway around. It does not seem to have had any apparent effect. Imagine if we had to actually wait the full 7 days.
Hold it.
Hey, Twisterinos. I've been watching you kids for a while now. So, exactly what kind of business have you got with me? Let me guess, trying to rack up points?
Huh?
Wait, what have points got to do with anything? I mean, if you're not interested, then I'll be on my way. Could you at least tell us what you're talking about? We're only here because we need to look into some urban legends. Such as... Well, they say if no one walks around this area... they say if one walks around this area counterclockwise, one perishes within a week. We gotta get to the bottom of this stuff to get past one of your pals. So hurry up and tell us if you know something, yo. Had enough of your attitude, punk. Time for you to face the noise. Oh, I don't want to deal with another chameleon. These were a pain to deal with the first time.
Combat is inevitable.
Just be careful.
Yep. Oh, okay, but we've got a good boost going on. Right, there.
Shred these punks.
I didn't mean to use that.
Heads up.
Oh, we got rid of the chameleon group.
Just doing my job.
Not bad, yo.
Don't.
Away with you!
Okay.
Have a nice flight. Wow, they really killed it out there.
I'm still confusing Rindo and Nagi's buttons. Oops.
Could have been worse, you feel?
Okay, but it wasn't a boss chameleon, so I should be thankful for that, I suppose. Damn it all. So, you feel like talking now? How about you start by telling us what you were doing here?
What'd you say?
Don't make me kick you while you're down. Okay, I was using the Jumbotron to advertise my location, and if they walked counterclockwise around that pillar, I knew they wanted to do business. My terms are simple. Shibu pay me 300,000 yen for 1 round with a noise.
Huh?
You mean you're providing players with...
Yeah.
You got it, points. For all the sloths who take a day off here and there. This is just my way of helping them keep up with that with the rat race. Dude, that's cheating, kinda. Get their heads in the game again, if you will. Still, 300k seems kinda steep for one noise. Hey, the market dictates the price, not me.
I see.
Something tells me these transactions are far from kosher. Take a chill pill, Specs. Rankings aren't going to change because someone took out an extra noise or two. Service I provide for is for players who don't want their team leaders to know they've been slacking. Well, which teams are we talking here? Kanons? Matoys? All I'm gonna say is there are a few players who aren't exactly playing. But they know they'd be in hot water if their leaders found out. That's one way of putting it. And that's where I come in. What's any of this got to do with the RG? What do you mean? Oh, those punks with the sixth sense. Yeah, a few people from the RG picked up on my subliminal messaging. But they were getting in the way, so I sent them packing. So that's how this whole legend came to be.
Seriously, yo?
You're a joke, yo. I fear we may have to rework the truth when we report our findings this time. Probably a good idea if you don't want to earn the wrath of your rivals. Doubt they'd take kindly to being outed as cheats. Anyway, peace. We can think about what to tell the Reaper on the way. The most important thing is that we know the truth now. Let's head on over to Center Street and give him our report. Not quite yet. You know, I kind of thought urban legends would be a little more legendary. For real, they don't mystery, yo. The only mystery is how you managed to solve any of them. Whoa.
Hey, loser.
So, what were you pinheads talking to that other Reaper about? What Reaper? The one with the pink hair, duh. You referred to Lady Uzuki. Right. So, were you chatting about the game or something? Well, kinda, yeah. Turns out we might not be dead after all, which is actually a bad thing in this case. Bummer. Hey, kitty girl. You're with the Shinjuku game, right? Yeah, and? Only the Shinjuku Reapers is messed up enough to drag living people into the UGO. So, what's it to you? Just want to know what your angle is. What do y'all get out of doing this? Hell if I know. And even if I did, why would I bother telling you bozos?
A Reaper.
Listen, Reaper. It's Shoka. As far as the RG is concerned, we don't exist right now. Can that ever be fixed? Not if you don't win. So why don't you stop moaning and get on with the mission? You've seen how the Ruinbringer's been cleaning up every week. Your point? How come y'all don't just go ahead and make them Reapers already? Ain't no point having them play the game forever and ever. It's their choice. They say they want to keep playing, so we let them. Then I got another question for you. How come you Reapers is doing nothing when it's called the Reapers game, yo? Them Ruinbringers is acting more like Reapers than any of y'all. Pretty bold statement coming from a Reaper reject. Beat quit, I think. Well, either Konishi fired them or he quit. It's one of the two. Could be both, actually. You think you know so much about her job because you played some prehistoric version of the game. The only people who matter around here are the people with power. And weaklings can whine all they want, and nobody's gonna listen. Well then, why don't they quit whining and start acting? Because I can't, that's just how Shiba... I mean, that's just how we do things in Shinjuku. Oh, you don't like Shiba? As long as you've got power, then the game is yours. Take no prisoners, leave no survivors. That's the Shinjuku way. But that's brutal. Maybe, but if you really want to get ahead, then you gotta do whatever it takes. What kind of whatever? I'm talking trickery, deceit, lies, backstabbing, whatever it takes. The dirtier you play, the more fun it is to watch. Sounds like your composer's kind of messed up. Even more messed up than Joshua. So I hereby grant you permission to put on one hell of a show. You're rotten to the core, yo. Less a goddess of death and more an agent of disorder. Yeah, they're not being all Reaper-like anyways. None of this like Shinigami stuff. You guys are just like babysitters. Aw, you're too kind. Now go out there and prove how wicked you really are, will ya? It's about time someone shook things up around here.
Deuces, dummy.
Later, losers. Although that was also a different... Goodbye, you... Okay, I guess we're dummies now. Well, if she really wants us to shaking things up, then taking on the Ruinbringers would be a good start. I say we accept Kanon's offer. You would say that. What you think about taking on the Reapers? That proposition could place us in great peril. Hey, Beat Nuggy, what do you two think about teaming up with Kanon? It ain't a bad idea. I just don't know much about the lady. If y'all think we can trust her, then I'm all in, yo. Admirable though Lady Kanon's display of chivalry may be, it is difficult to discern the authenticity of her intentions. She's still more honorable than our other two opponents, I think. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's still so many unknowns, I don't know what... Update. Oh great, it's everyone's favorite game master.
Greetings.
Sheeple of Shibuya. This is your game master, Shiba, speaking. Hope you're still hungering for more on day number 4. Got some red hot news for ya. Ain't this guy ever mixed things up? I cannot recall hearing any other variations. I feel like the beginning's just probably pre-recorded at this point. The target is still on the loose, completely unsighted. It's as if all of Shibuya has gone cold. Don't tell me you've all started hibernating. Here's hoping it's just a quiet before the firestorm. If not, then I don't see much of a future for the city. Are we playing for the city again? Against who? I guess this guy's a Shinjuku Reaper too. So awaken from your wintry slumbers, players. Lest the Ruinbringers win again. It's time to burn the candles of your imagination at both ends and show me what you're really made of. I don't trust this punk. What's this real point of this game, yo? Heh. And with that, I bid you adieu.
I see.
Shall we proceed with the mission then? Shall we ever? Assuming you were talking to me, that is. You learn well. Perhaps a little too well.
Let's move.
I might as well go to Spain Hill. Because I think there was something at Spain Hill. Oh yeah, because we're unlocking the path to Tipsy Toast, right? This place is supposed to have its own legend, right?
I see.
I believe so. However, any information relating to it was erased hours ago. Who knew the Reaper's influence extended to even the digital realm? Dang, let's hope my sight can do the trick. You really think focusing on the same things every time will work, though? Assuming said things are urban legends and magistry, then I imagine
Perhaps.
it will. The memories they awaken should be connected to our present location. Basically, we're in the right place if we want to learn about Spain Hill's legend, right? Quite. Boss, you answered my question. I'm gonna cry. Use your psych first and cry later. Alrighty. Focus, Brett. Focus.
Gotta focus.
Okay.
Let's get down to business.
Let's just work on... This seems about right. Nope. Nope. Okay. Let's do this again. Okay, that seems good.
Come on, think.
Got it.
Let's have a look.
Let's check the switch first, I suppose.
Hello there. Thank you. Do come again.
Natural puppy. Jolie Picot.
Well, howdy.
However it's pronounced.
Have a good one.
Let's move.
I'm pretty sure it definitely replaced D&D though.
Gotta focus.
Right. I'm stuck.
Let's have a look.
I'm supposed to be scanning thoughts. Okay, so the song is called Chase. I really like this one too. It's just very catchy. Oh, wait, did I see a green? No, I didn't. Here it is. Nope.
Gotta focus.
You. Matcha Shri said anyone who set foot on the 18th step of Spain Hill stairs goes straight to hell. Let's just go up without counting. Sounds like we gotta check out the Spain Hill stairs, yo. Set foot on the 18th step and go straight to hell. Alright.
I see.
Who knew internal damnation was so close at hand? And like, I'm pretty sure people step on that step every single day. We're not going straight to hell. Close enough to see for ourselves. Let's go. Okay, start counting. Hey, Rindu, is there like a reason for us to do this together? Well, how do you want to do this then? The only way to avoid infighting is to ascend as one. Now stop being so
Sure
childish.
thing.
Alright, let's do this. Here goes. $15, $16, $17, $18. Whoa. You alright? Yeah, just tripped us off. The step slip guard is conspicuously absent. That explained why Beat tripped. Wait, is that it? Yeah. Oh, you okay? Ow. You fell over so suddenly you scared me half to death. Look, the slip guard's gone. How have they not been sued already? Would you be suing the city? Right, this is super dangerous. Whoa, that was weird. My back felt all tingly for a sec. Ah! Wait, where are you going? Wait! Huh? Did that lady fall over the 18th step? Think so. Then she ran away so fast she could be an Olympic sprinter.
Huh?
Weird, I didn't feel nothing. Well, me neither. Well, I guess this legend is fake. Hey, what happened back there?
Lord Rindo.
Might I suggest you try scanning that woman? She seems incapable of explaining much herself at present. Good idea, Nagi.
Let's have a look. Let's move.
Here? Oh, that was so scary. I've never been so terrified just slipping on the steps. I felt a shiver go down my spine. Apparently she felt a shiver run down her spine. Doesn't sound like she knows what caused it, though. That must be something we're all missing.
What?
I don't know, yo. Looks like a regular set of stairs to me. Come to think of it, Beat, you didn't actually fall over. Maybe you don't feel anything unless you hit the ground. So, any takers? Someone's got to do it. How we finna decide this? Rock, paper, scissors seems appropriate. Fine by me. Let's go. Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Shoot. Pow. Shoot, yo. Pow? Really? Ah, poor Nagi lost again. Curses. Sorry, boss. I feel like Beat could fall fine. Why does it have to be Nagi? Do not weep for me. I shall accept my fate with humility. Time to... Whoa, whoa, you went head first. You okay, Penny? Yeah, you could have tried a softer approach, boss. How do you feel, Nagi? Ugh. No, no, no.
Huh?
But you see something? Get away from there, Penny. Hustle. I feel so cold all of a sudden. Let me try scanning the area. The hell? It's a scorpion. No, it's a noise. Let's show it what happens when you mess with the wicked twisters. Kiss your hiding spot goodbye, punk.
Ready? Galaxy Brain!
I can see why it wasn't tripped, but of course, it's always the noise.
Let us tread carefully.
Why did it have to be scorpions though?
Go,
Terrible.
Leave it to me, yo! We're on a roll!
I behave!
Brace yourself! Oh yeah!
I think I shoved it out of the way. I didn't mean to accidentally do that. Considering I think Brett's pin does a lot more damage.
Could have been worse, you feel?
X button. No, that's Beat's button right now. I guess Noise just hang out anywhere these days. Never before have I felt so chilled to the bone. 'Tis abundantly clear to me how this became an urban legend. You think it stung you or something? Man, that must have really hurt. Not only did you fall over, but you got a surprise sting to boot. Like, I can't imagine things going any worse for you. And I needed to be reminded of my suffering. Anyways, we've got all the info we need now. Let's report back to the Reaper.
Hey!
Hola there, Senor Rindo. Matoy. Fancying running into Vus? Vus? Here. If it was Spanish, it would be Vos, right? But I don't know French. By which I mean you. Sorry, Cosmopolitan habits die hard. You're so pretentious, I don't like. So anyway, today's missione is a real doozy, huh? All this spooky supernatural stuff kind of gives me the creeps. No kidding. I'd have thought it was right up your alley.
Well...
I might be more at ease if I could see behind the curtain, so to speak. Another new face, huh? Meet Lord Matoy, leader of the Pure Hearts. So you ain't with us then?
Hola!
Sacre bleu. You must be the infamous Mr. Daisuke no...
What you say?
Can it? I go by Beat, yo. Oh, mi scusi, my dear Beat. They say you are très bien informé, muy culto, about how the Reapers operate. My cult? What you say? Looks like it's Spanish for knowledgeable. Then just say that, yo. Oh, my sincerest apologies. Good for you, though, Rindo. Kanon and I would kill to have a player like Beat on our side. Is that so? Of course, there's only a few teams left, so we need all the help we can get if we want to avoid erasure. Yeah, I know that feeling. What a predicament. We are truly les miserables? Something like that. It's time like these that people usually go for, what's it called? Use your words. Ah, yes, and Alia... Is that Spanish? Italian? Alianza? I know he's trying to say alliance. Just say alliance, dude. I'm sure that would put us all at ease. I'd be more at ease if I knew what that was. Italian for alliance, apparently. Oh, it is Italian. What exactly do you mean by that, anyway? Ah, forgive me, I didn't intend to present it as an outright proposal. Well, it wouldn't have been the first we've heard. Oh, has someone else already approached you? You see, struggle to imagine those thugs in first place asking for assistance. Which only leaves Kanon, n'est-ce pas? Maybe we should tell him? No, that's an awful idea. Hey, no need to fret at all, I had a suspicion Kanon might be plotting something like this again. Again? She wants you to help her bring ruin to the Ruinbringers, es verdad? I thought she might have given up after her first few failed attempts. But I guess she changed her tune after witnessing your true potenza. Wait, when did she fail before? Well, let's see. There was that fight against the sturdy Susakichi, and then a bout with the silent but deadly Sugumi. But you lot managed to shut them both down sin problema. No mean feat, let me tell you.
Fascinating.
So the Ruinbringers leader is remaining hidden until their underlings have been bested. Wow, Kanon must really believe in us. I don't envy your position, mi amigo. You're faced with a tough decision. But allow me to share my thoughts. Forming an alianza under the current circumstances would be muy bien. So you think it's a good idea? Certainly isn't a bad one, and I'm prepared to do what I must as well. And what's that? Why, help out, of course. The more people working together, the better the resultat. French for result. The verite of the matter is, I don't want to get erased, and if possible, I don't want anyone else to get erased either. I'm right there with you, Matoi. This is as I once wrote, existing means being here and wherever you may be being. I don't like your another quotes, mainly because, well, this one in particular is very pretentious. That's just the definition of existence. I think it's vital we don't lose sight of the undeniable fact that all of us exist here, right now, together. Okay, that's the direction you're trying to take it. Yeah, I think I get what you mean, like, we're here for a reason. I dig it too, yo. Even you ain't here now, you was before, and that still matters. Well, it's certainly nice to be entendido by you gents. I am eternally grateful to the city that brought us together and to all those who call her home. Let's give it our all, eh, amigo?
Ta-ta.
Drop me a line whenever you feel like it. Until then, au revoir. Man, I feel bad for Matoi, you know? Stuck in last place and everything. Oh, snap. The Pure Hearts went from second to last? I didn't think we'd shake it up that bad. How did Kanon beat out the Pure Hearts? That's kind of weird. Oh, right. If the Ruinbringers are on top and we're right behind them, then that leaves either Matoi or Kanon's team in the bottom. When did I level up? Does this mean we're... That means Matoi has to be erased this week, right? I don't think they would let Kanon be erased if, like, Kanon is, like... We're not getting erased, we're the main characters after all. Is there new music? I didn't check Gara Gara either.
Hello. Come again.
Back to Gara Gara. Yeah, out of the Varia Beauties and Pure Hearts, I feel like the Pure Hearts are gonna get erased, which means Matoi might backstab us.
Hey there, dude.
But that's just a feeling I have.
Fight the power.
Because I kinda dislike him. Or at least I don't like him as much as I like Kanon and her team. Okay, here at Cat Street. Think there's supposed to be a legend around here, yo?
Yep.
Think so? Want me to work my magic? By all means. Time to focus on Matcha Street's urban legends.
Gotta focus.
So what are we thinking here?
Do this quickly. I didn't realize we were standing on top of a noise. Where is it? Somewhere around here? Right, I know the general direction now. Just gotta fine tune it. Come on! Down here. Okay, yeah.
Try to remember.
Nope.
Let's have a look.
But since I'm here anyway, stores.
Come on in.
I don't really have money. Do I really want to buy this brand?
You can really feel the quality.
Might as well. I gotta get it up to level 3 eventually.
See you around then.
That's all my money anyway. Did I spend it on clothes?
Gotta focus.
Okay, there's a prop there. So talk to this person. Wasn't the telephone pole from Matcha Street's urban legend over here on Cat Street? Said you're supposed to be able to hear the voices of the dead if you get close enough.
Hey.
I guess the telephone pole is that one over by Jupes. Probably. Now we just need to get a little closer and see if we hear anything. Listen to the wails of the dead was not on my to-do list today. Let's hurry up and check it out, yo. You volunteering to listen for us, Pete?
Huh.
For show. My hero. Anything at Hog Bag?
Welcome. Thanks, pal.
Well, whoa, I'm almost maxed
Let's
out on
move.
Hog Bag. Let's check Jupes first. Or J of the M. Darn it, Fret, you're making me call it Jupes.
Welcome.
Wait, which pin is... Okay,
You
I have
like what
just
you see?
enough. Okay. For both pins. And that brought me up to level 2. Nice.
You like what you see? Keep it fresh.
I don't have anything to sell, but like, can I equip something else now? No? No good? Wait, where's all my... Oh. That's a shame. Wait, is this an Uber? This is an Uber. But this is a ZR Fold. That's strange for an Uber. Or at least that type of site. Okay. Still can't do anything with the pins. Or my pin setup. This is a spot, right? I can't hear a damn thing. Kudos to you for just going to check it out, though. No fear. Anyway, maybe it takes a little while to get going. Maybe. Let's see if anything changes. That's
I
weird.
see.
I could not agree more. What you mean? Didn't you see that lady who just walked by Beat? They looked spooked.
What you say?
Seriously? So the legend was legit after all? Let's give them a scan and find out why.
Let's have a look.
Whoa, that lady got so scared she practically scared me half to death. Total scareception. That was a person groaning just now, right? Sounded like they were hurt. Are you sure it came from somewhere in front of you, but where? Looks like something just spooked that lady over there real good. Maybe I should go check it out myself.
Gotta focus.
More thoughts here. This place is way too quiet for a street that connects Shibuya and Harajuku. All the silence makes me want to go clubbing and make some noise. Gotta say I love this area. You never know you're still in Shibuya. So much quieter over here than it is by the station. That it? Ew, I'm pretty sure some weirdo behind me was just moaning to himself. Why am I such a creep magnet?
Let's move.
Why are these people so far out? Could have sworn I just heard someone groaning to my left, but there's no one there. Sure seems like they heard something. Doubtless the souls of the damned. But how come only some people can hear it? No idea. That part's still a mystery. You think some people just have a sixth sense for that stuff? Let us ascertain what all those who can hear the voices have in common. Don't tell me you can't hear my voice now. Some of them ain't even standing here, though. Wait a second. The people who did hear the voices are standing in a straight line.
What?
I guess so, but what's it mean? Perhaps we find out if we follow the people's path. Our answer could lie along the line they created. Alright, let's head down the street. May we find the truth we desire. Okay. Oh, just over here? Really? It's not that far. Doesn't look like there's anyone past here who heard the voices. Let's have a look around here then. That's unsettling.
Huh?
Whoa, oh my.
Huh?
Damn, you guys scared me. What's up? What do you mean? Didn't you hear that? Nope. How about you, Beat? I ain't hear nothing, yo. Well, I certainly did. 'Twas the most disturbing groan. No kidding. You think I'll hear it too if I stand over there? I kinda didn't want to hear that a second time, but okay. Yeah, what the hell was that? So you can only hear it if you're standing right here? The mystery deepens. I think I found it. That appears to be a speaker. So what, it was just some dumb prank? It's connected to something, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh dear, I can hear it again. Wait, it just stopped. Boss? Appears what must stand between the speaker and the telephone pole to hear the sound. No way, you're right. This is getting whacker by the minute,
Let's
yo.
look it up.
Let's see, speaker, direction. This must be it. Apparently it's called a directional speaker. What's it do? It lets you project sound in a specific direction. And if you don't stand in the right spot, you won't be able to hear anything.
I see.
That certainly matches what we've experienced today, yet why is it here to begin with? It's a bogus prank, yo. Look, there's a camera right there. You think someone's streaming footage of people freaking out? Ugh, what a creep. Put succinctly, some reprobate's idea of a joke transformed into an urban legend. Guess they wanted to get famous by starting something
The
supernatural.
show.
All that matters is we know what's up now. Let's go tell that Reaper. Great minds. That's kind of messed up.
Let's move.
But, like, any tech person would know about directional speakers and how they work. It's an easily debunked urban legend. This way. I guess it's time to go towards Yoganzaka? No, Shibuya Hikarie first, right? Because there's nothing else there.
Let me think this through.
Solve Shibuya Hikarie, solve O East, solve 104. Yeah, we'll go to Shibuya Hikarie first. Okay, this place is supposed to have its own urban legend too. Shibuya sure ain't short on them.
Huh.
So you gonna do your thing or what, Fred? Alright, totally forgot. Okay, here goes.
Let's have a look.
This is a lot of reminding.
Let's get down to business.
I don't know how replay will come to this day, because I feel like it's gonna be a replay day. We didn't replay the previous day after all. Unless we're gonna save the preview. Unless we don't replay today, and that's how we get the replay power on the final day of the week. That'd be cool. There you go.
Come on, think.
I wasn't quite paying attention to that rewind. I was just thinking about replay. Because today's mission is actually quite straightforward. It doesn't seem like we need to replay anything. I wonder if that's the graffiti Matcha Shri was talking about. He said anyone who follows those arrows disappear, right? Seems kind of sketchy to me. Arrows.
Let's move.
Pretty sure that overpass is the one Matcha Shri featured in one of his urban legend videos, the one right by Shibuya Hikarie. I'll have to check it out later. Looks like there's some kind of story connected to the overpass by Shibuya Hikarie. And I suspect that is where the cursed arrows lie in wait. I ain't scared or nothing, but that's gotta be bogus, right? Suppose there is but one way to find out. You said it, let's head for the overpass. There's our arrows. Oh, I almost didn't notice that. Doesn't look like anything to me.
What?
This ain't even close to being spooky. Actually, now that I think about it, I have seen this somewhere before. Oh man, where was it?
I see.
Lord Rindo, where would you say these arrows are pointing? Looks like the expressway underpass.
The show.
Well, let's bounce and check it out.
Let's move.
I don't think we can avoid anything at Ryugyu. But I
Greetings.
actually don't need Ryugyu.
Thank you kindly.
Anymore. Or Kyoto Sweets, don't I?
Oh, greetings. Come back
I'm
again.
full anyways. Just a few more battles, possibly. Oh, more arrows. Yeah, check it out, yo. Why is it pointing in every direction?
Curious.
It certainly bears an uncanny resemblance to those arrows we just gazed upon. But they're all pointing in different directions. What's that all about? Sure makes it tough to know where to go
Lord
next.
Rindo.
Lord Rindo, may I? Do you suppose the code at the bottom right has some sort of significance? It might. Let me try scanning with my phone.
What?
Is some kind of clue, yo? Seek the fortress that houses those who protect this area. Follow the arrow that points left when viewed from the fortress's gate. Well, that bit about people who protect this area could mean about a million different things. We ought to begin by searching for the so-called fortress.
Let's move.
What's this? I mean, the dentist is kind of like a fortress that protects people's teeth, right? But don't most people only go after they've got a problem? One could say those who go for their regular checkups are being protected.
Right.
See, boss gets me. Let's go ahead and add it to the list. Man, I don't know, a fortress that protects the area. Does this place really fit? I don't think so. Okay, so we're just looking around for possible places. No, it would be... It has to be the Koban, right? Or like this TV station. Anyone else feel kind of uneasy? What, you did something we should know about? No, I'm a good boy, okay?
The show.
Then act like it, yo, otherwise the pigs will start sniffing around. Wait, what am I worried for? They can't even see us. Personally speaking, I feel more at ease when police officers are nearby. Shibuya is full of all sorts of shady characters, after all. One never knows what might await when turning a corner. I imagine I am far from the only ones who feel safer with people in uniform around. Either way, a police station does fit the description in that clue pretty nicely.
Let's move.
Okay, what else is around here? Ryoji's place? What about Ryoji's store? Not exactly the first place that comes to mind when I think of somewhere that keeps Shibuya safe. Frankly speaking, I would describe its owner as a harbinger of chaos.
What?
What do you do to get such a bad rap? Stuff. Still, I guess you consider him a protector of the peace depending on your perspective. Let's keep him in mind. Feels like we checked out all of the most likely places. I suggest we consider them all while consulting this map. That's great, Nagi. I suppose it's advantageous to have someone like... I suppose it's advantageous to have me around sometimes. You're useful, Nagi. Nice going, boss. Everyone on this team is useful. Except Minamimoto, but, like, he's gone now. Okay, this is a good chance to review everything we've learned so far. So which one of these arrows do we need to follow? The clue was seek the fortress that houses those who protect this area. Then when you're at the fortress, you have to follow the arrow that's pointing left. So our candidates for the fortress are Ryoji Store, the police station, and the dentist. If it's Ryoji Place, then we need to follow the yellow arrow. Whereas the police station would mean we'd want to follow the blue arrow. Then there's the dentist, that'd be the pink arrow. Man, which one is it?
Lord Rindo.
So, Lord Rindo, have you reached a decision? It's the blue arrow. Yeah, pretty sure we want to follow the blue arrow. How come? No matter how you think about it, the fortress that protects the area has to be the police station. If you look at the arrows from its entrance, the blue arrow points to its left. Man, you lost me. What you two think? I am firmly in Lord Rindo's camp. Which means I am too. Never go against the boss. That means we gotta head towards the west exit bus terminal. You got it. Let's bounce, yo. Oh, it's here? We still haven't gone to that little nub in the map yet. I really wonder what's there. Oh, hey, there's a Reaper there. Looks like that's the end of the arrows, which would suggest this is a spot where people are prone to vanish. The bus terminal. I mean, plenty of people get lost here, but that's kind of different. Wait, where'd the dude go? No idea, but he sure as hell ain't here. Oh my, he appears to have boarded yonder bus. Huh? Quit playing games, Rindude. Hurry up and get off the bus. How did that even happen? How? Oh, that was too close. Who knows where that would have taken me? Why'd you hop on it in the first place, yo? Wish I could tell you, Beat. Hang on a sec, you're a player? Reaper, what are you doing here? Wait, you're the one who made me get on that bus, aren't you? My bad, my bad. I had my eyes on some saps from the RG. Anyone who shows up after following those arrows gets a free ride on whatever bus is about to leave. Honestly, I don't even know where they're headed half the time. Dude, that's messed up! Funny stuff, right? Tell me, exactly what is your angle here? What's it to you, Brett? I don't need to waste my time explaining myself to you. Anyway, there's no point putting players on buses. Not like you'd get very far.
Hey, punk.
Getting seriously ticked off just listening to you run your dumb mouth, yo. But at least now we know who's behind that urban legend. Wait, you mean someone's already on to me? Crap. Actually, maybe this can work out okay. I just need you kids to do me a favor and die. No can do. Wait, I'm not allowed to erase us. It's hands off. Reapers aren't doing jack. Anyway.
We've got this.
Get rid of the walls first. They'll be problematic if I can see them.
Keep it up, Brett. Will do, big buddy. Come on, hang in there. Have a nice. Gotcha. Back in it.
Fight on.
Going up.
This is not very
Away
organized.
with you!
Let me go. Heads up. you got, Penny?
Not all.
Not bad, I'd say.
Again.
That's not so bad, right?
I'm sorry it won't happen again. I just wanted to have some fun. Whatever you do, please don't tell the other Reapers. All the other Reapers I see look crazy busy. Don't you have something else you should be doing? Honestly, I don't. There's so few teams now, I basically have no purpose. So I figured it wouldn't hurt if I pulled some pranks on peeps into RG.
Huh?
You got a funny idea of what qualifies as a prank.
Oh.
Come on, don't be such a stiff. They get on some random bus and when they come to, they got no idea where they are. You should see the looks of terrors on the tourist's face. Kidding me? I was just doing it because you was sad. Please don't hurt me. Just wanted someone to notice me. Did you ever once consider how those people's friends felt when they vanished? Even if they ultimately came back safe and sound, the damage cannot be undone. Tis a little surprising this reoccurring phenomenon became the talk of the town. Hence our urban legend. I think that this means we've got all the info we need now. So I've been wondering, are you kids looking into this stuff for a mission? Well, yeah, in fact, we gotta go and tell the Reaper about this one sometime soon. I don't suppose I could convince you to keep quiet.
What'd you say?
How about you keep quiet? But of course. I'll just be on my way then. See ya. Man, Beat's scaring a lot of people. For a split second, I swear I saw an actual tail between his legs. That punk better enjoy his freedom while he can. Reapers will be all over him soon enough, yo. And that's a wrap. Indeed, this legend holds no more mysteries. Good work, team. Let's go update the Reaper.
Let's move.
Got some more money. Any new pins at Shepherd House?
Come in. Come in.
No.
Thanks a bunch. Hurry
Save my
back.
money. I can't get anything at
Hello.
Conveni just yet.
Thanks for coming.
Let's move.
Okay. Last section to look at. Or last few sections to look at. 104. Kinda surprised this place has its own legend. The only story I know concerning this area is from 2 generations ago. I'm most curious to see how it may have evolved over time. Huh? I thought urban legends just kinda stayed the same. Not quite. Some stories change in nature as they age. So what is the deal with this place anyway? Well, you will die the second I tell you. Do you still wish to hear the details? I think I'm gonna pass. How about I look into a more recent legend instead? Good idea, yo. Okay, here goes. Focus, Fret.
Gotta focus. So what are we thinking here?
Rare noise, rare noise, rare noise. Nope, come back. Got it, I think.
Let's move.
Hope I got it.
Sorry, but you're no match for me.
Oh, why is the drop rate so high? It's only 2 chains.
Our party is equipped to win. Away with you! Hi, me.
That all you got, Penny?
Not all. Say.
Brace yourself!
Shark first. So something wins.
Oh yeah! Follow me, yo! Perfecto!
Away with you!
Exquisite timing!
Hi, me.
Oh
Somehow
yeah!
I'm not comboing well. I blame Rindo.
Let us tread carefully.
Toughen up, Fred! Will do, beat buddy! Follow me, yo! Copy that! Heads up! Have a nice flight!
The new chapter of Alestra awaits!
At least we cleared the chameleon too quick. And it didn't shoot us.
Not too shabby.
Well, let's check if there's anything here.
Well, howdy. Y'all come back now.
Do I still need Tapo Tapo?
Hello there.
No, I don't. Okay.
Farewell.
Gato Nero.
Welcome.
But I bought everything.
Thanks.
Okay.
Come again soon.
And Gato Nero's at level 3 anyway.
Let's have a look. Let's get down to business.
Back to remind people. Here? No? Here? Oh, cool.
Try to remember. Let's move.
Let's go in here first. Wardrobe upgrade. This is the crossing in front of 104. I remember seeing some video about a guy who got into an accident and cursed the place. Oh, what's this girl want? Monster Street said stepping on one of the white lines on the crossing in front of 104 gives you real bad luck. Gonna have to avoid all of those lines just to be safe. So the crossing in front of 104 is cursed, huh?
I see.
One shall drown in despair if they step on a certain white line. Well, why don't we start by staking out the crossing? Aight? Sounds good.
Let's move. Rindo.
Say, Rindu, what? You see those people stopping in their tracks?
Huh?
Now that you mention it, kind of weird, right? So you guys notice anything? Few people just stopped walking in the middle of the crossing. All at the exact same spot, too. What exactly did they do once they stopped? Look at their phones, I guess? And then they started walking again after a sec. Sounds pretty normal. Maybe it was just one big coincidence. Wait. Look, that girl stopped walking, too. Feel my wrath, I'll curse every last one of you. She looks to me she's just texting, yo. I get if they were all taking a picture in the same spot or something. Wait. Hey, Fred, doesn't that guy look a bit off to you? Which one? Isn't that a Varia beauty? Oh, that guy? Yeah, I guess he is kind of close.
I see.
Evidently, he does not believe in personal space. How can one so brazenly stare at another's phone? Truly, it boggles the mind. Honestly, I'm more confused by how she hasn't noticed him. Yeah, she looks pretty damn chill. Think they're friends or something? Huh? Hang on, I can't scan that guy. Yeah, he looks like a Varia beauty. So he's one of us, huh? Just try talking to him. Hey, you got a minute? How can you... Oh, I get it. You're a player. What's up, buddy? I was wondering, are you one of the Pure Hearts? Oh. No, yeah, it's more cleaner than a Varia beauty. So it is a Pure Heart. Okay. What gave it away? My aristocratic aura? Not really important, pal. We're much more interested in what you were doing just now. Oh, that was, I mean, I was just... No, I don't need to explain myself to you. That Mr. Nice Guy act didn't last long, huh? Yeah, all the Pure Hearts act all nice, but they're not. Screw it, enough talking, let's fight.
Huh?
Whoa, slow down a sec. Now let's rumble. Pete.
Sorry, but you're no match for me.
didn't have to fight, but I guess we're gonna fight.
Our party is equipped to win.
Let's turn up the volume, yo! Let's keep it going! Keep it up, Fred! Will do, speed buddy! Move it!
Almost got up to 100. Like, figured out how to hold off on that for a moment.
Right! Follow me, yo! Copy that!
Where are you guys coming from? I thought you did like a punching move.
High defense!
Follow me, yo! Copy that!
Was my humble contribution.
Great job! Oh
I'm
yeah!
not hitting anything, Fred.
Follow me, yo! Copy that!
Away with you! We emerge triumphant.
I can't believe it.
I almost got to 200. Unfortunately, I didn't.
I feel like we deserve better.
Oh. New version of a Pure Heart. Considering we got a new pin for that. ZL. I'm not using the ZL. Someone could probably use that. Can't you tell when someone's kidding? I was obviously kidding. I didn't actually want to fight you. Seriously, no reason to thrash me like that. In that case, tell us, what were you doing just now? I was just imprinting some words in her head. What's it to you? Is this guy for real? It is most rare to witness you so vexed. And what exactly was you trying to make her do anyway? You saw her, didn't you? I was making her text her friends, helping her push all the reset buttons on all her relationships. What? You know, everyone's so worried about the relationships and how people view them. I was just freeing her from that burden. You know, gave her a helping hand.
What you say?
How about I help you shove your hand where the sun don't shine, yo? Yikes, can someone put that dog on a leash for it? No, Beat, just go for it. Go for it, Beat. But why? What do you get out of messing with some girl?
Well...
The same pleasure you get from any act of charity. Charity? This guy's got more than one screw loose. Don't like it? Well, tough. You kids can't control me. No one running this game cares about how we use our powers either. That might be true, but you're still...
Lord Rindo.
Lord Rindo, do not allow this cur to rile you up. You may be correct in stating there are no restrictions on how we use our powers. However, that does not give you free reign to destroy innocent people's relationships. Right. Kinda like what another used to say, no one has the right to do wrong. I suppose I cannot disagree. Matoy doesn't know you're doing this, does he?
Please.
Huh? What does it matter? How do you think your leader would react if he found out about this?
Well...
Is that a threat? You think I'll settle down and be a good boy the second you mention the boss? You think I'm the one with the screw loose? By all means, if he's fine with this type of behavior, then allow me to set you straight. What you're doing is wrong. You know, I was honestly just messing around. Oh, really?
No way.
Yep, but I apologize if I accept you. You won't catch me doing it again. Anyway, see ya. You won't catch me doing it. Yeah, so you're gonna be doing it again, and we're not gonna catch... Dude, I hate you pure hearts. It was a rather expeditious retreat. You really never know what kind of person you're gonna bump into next. Must be hard keeping your teammates under your control. Add working with other teams into the mix and things get really hectic. Well, I guess that takes care of that. I think it's because Matoy's and Kanon's teams are too big. I don't know why they have such big teams anyways. Let's go tell that Reaper all about it. Sure thing.
Let's move.
Where's the last area? Oh, east. We could loop around for Dylan's or something later. Yeah. Seems like a plan. So what's the story with this place? Well, we won't know until we scan the area. Come on, Fret, time to cut loose, yo. Alrighty. Focus, Fret, focus.
Gotta focus. So what are we thinking here?
About this angle here.
Come on, think.
Okay.
Let's move.
Stores.
Yo, yo, yo.
Tigre punks. We need to get some Tigre punk stuff. Oh, and I gotta check out some pin stuff too. First, let's start buying. Cool.
See you around then.
Pins next. Oh no, I am using the ZL. That's Nagi's pin. Right. Forgot about Nagi's pin.
Let's have a look. Let's move.
Feel like this place was in one of Matcha Street's videos, right? Something about getting in an accident if you throw your trash in the wrong can? Never do that, so there's nothing for me to worry about. Shit, Coney first. Although I don't think I need to buy anything.
welcome.
From
To
Coney. Yeah, I don't need to-
Coney.
I don't need to buy anything. from
Leaving
Coney.
so soon?
What a shame.
Gotta focus.
Did I just see a red crow? Heh, no way. This can't be one of Matcha Street's urban legends. Wait, there was one about getting cursed by a red raven if you throw your garbage in the wrong trash can, right? Anyone who throws their garbage in the wrong trash can gets cursed and stalked by red ravens? Such noble protectors of our environment. I don't know, boss. I don't think anyone deserves to get caught in an accident. Whatever. Let's go check out the garbage.
Right.
Good idea.
Let's move.
So that's the trash can of
I
terror.
see.
Noted as for combustible garbage only. You see that? Ah, yes. That impotent cur. Looked like he threw away a bottle or a can.
Seriously, yo?
Then it's time to take out the trash. Whoa, Beat, buddy, calm down a second. Oh, wow. Oh, the noiser. I didn't realize the noise are so environmentally conscious. Okay, there it is, the Red Raven. It landed right on that guy's head, but doesn't look like he noticed. That's just a punk-ass noise, yo. What a buzzkill. I wonder. Based on what we've learned of this curse, I doubt it is merely a punk-ass noise. Oh, yeah? Someone said how it gets people into accidents, right? Let's just follow that guy for now.
Let's move.
Whoa, whoa, he's walking straight into traffic. Appears rather determined to pick up the litter on the road. Oh. You think that noise is controlling him? Maybe. Nagi, can you think you can exercise that noise? It would be my pleasure.
Intrusion!
Let's have a look.
I gotta pick up that treasure before someone else steals it. Whoa, look, there's more shiny treasure over there.
Shall I proceed then? Onward I
Okay, we're
dive!
still ahead in levels. Level 34, and this is 30.
Ready?
We're still doing it at
Galaxy
level 1
Brain,
because I felt like it.
activate!
Looks like a 3 reduction.
Okay, we got this.
Okay, they went first.
Our battle's not yet over! Hiya! Away with you! Mustn't falter!
Let's see.
Oh yeah!
Probably should have saved Brett when I had more available.
Hang in there! Oh yeah! Move!
Hiya! High defense!
Still doing good. Still in the gold.
Let us tread carefully.
No one else gets to get the shinies.
Brace yourself! Alright, bring it! That all you got, Penny?
That's not all, say.
Brace yourself! Booyaka! Right! Yeah!
Hiya!
So far, so good.
Let's keep it going!
Going up.
Still got a little over 4 minutes.
We got this
Probably
in
a
the
minute
bag.
left for gold. Maybe 2 minutes for gold. Not sure. Regardless, it's a lot of time. And I don't want to screw it up.
High defense! Hiya!
Can't attack from front. Rhinos.
Gotcha.
All together now!
Attack it. Get rid of it.
Perfect timing!
That was perfect. What? I was just getting started, yo.
That was perfect. Okay.
Ha! Scored big on that one!
More friendship points. I mean, with that, I could just probably get all the restaurants I need. Whoa, where the hell am I? Why do I feel like I need to pick up anything shiny?
Huh?
Whoa, what am I doing here? Hang on, wasn't I outside O-East? Weird.
A show.
Good going, Penny. Yeah, for real. Was looking dicey for a second there, but you pulled it off, boss. So it really was just some dumb old noise,
Right.
huh? Looks like it. I guess it was nesting near those trash cans. Must have had a real thing for cans, you know, since they're shiny and everything. And it probably didn't care about the burnable garbage since most of it's, you know, not shiny.
Indeed.
I imagine your hypothesis is more or less correct. Ravens seem to be quite fond of shiny objects. Case closed then. Guess so. At least we know why it turned up into a story about people mixing up trash cans now. Yep, like Fred said, case closed. So we good to go tell everyone's favorite Reaper about our adventure? I think so.
Let me think
That
this
is
through.
everything, right? Solved, 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 solved. Everything's solved. Oh, and
What to do?
I probably should get all these before I forget. mean, if I still have space in their hunger bar, I could probably go to Suzer Slurps. Wait, what? Why is Ramen closed?
Gotta focus.
Ramen. Or not ramen, curry don. That's not cool.
Welcome.
I guess we get vegetarian thali. Insufficient fun. Really?
Namaste.
How do I not have enough money? That's why I don't have enough money. I spent it. Tigre Punks? I think it's
Welcome.
Tigre Punks. Boost up your attacks, I suppose.
Let's eat,
Man,
yo.
I am
And now we
starving.
feast.
I'm finna have seconds.
That really
Positively
hits
That's a good boost to HP for Rindo.
Namaste.
And I think we could only afford... Hopefully we can afford one meal here at Suzu Slurps.
Come on in.
Okay. You don't like miso? Okay. Show you then. Well, Nagi doesn't really care about any of these orders, so style for her, I guess.
Well, let's eat.
And now we feast.
Man, I am starving.
Oh man, I can't get
That
enough.
really hits the spot.
See you again soon.
I'm sorry, Fret. I couldn't get you curry today either.
Let's move.
But let's head back to Center Street. Yeah, it was Center Street. And it's connected to Tipsy Toast. I keep forgetting Tipsy Toast, the name of it, for some reason. Like, I keep wanting to call it Tower Records, but that's not Tower Records.
Let's move.
Quay?
What?
Something up, Fret? Yeah, I've never seen anything like this before. Like, what, yo? This noise, at least I think it's a noise? Someone else can it. I mean, I can. Maybe have a look. Whoa. What the hell?
I must needs weather this storm.
This isn't taboo noise. What is this? This taboo noise was like black
Don't
and
get
white.
careless.
This is like... This is transparent. Okay, we can't even touch it. Like, at all. Is this a timer thing? Or a damage thing? Did it shatter? Like glass? What? Kind of looked like glass, and it disintegrated like glass-ish, feathery glass. 'Twas most fortunate those beasts chose to beat a hasty retreat. Could even make him flinch.
Yo.
Never seen anything like him, yo. Frankly, I'm unsure those creatures were noise at all. Good point. All according to plan. What do you want? Runaway rocket. Cool, I guess.
Huh.
So, you kids got any tasty morsels
Yes.
of info for me? Sure, do you want to hear a story about Shibuya Hikarie? Boy, do I ever. So, there's this story about these cursed arrows. Real spooky. They say anyone who goes where they point disappears. Sure, I know that one. So, what was actually happening? Some Reaper led anyone who followed the arrows onto a random bus. Apparently, he got a kick out of watching people panic. That's me. Well, not all Reapers are as calm and collected as yours truly. But, like, shouldn't you tell them to cut that out? Not like they listen to any of us. I guess you make a good point. Hang on, that's not important right now. It's time for me to pass judgment on your truth.
Great.
I believe you. Findings more or less match up with what I know. Which means you've just earned yourself 35 points.
Yeah.
Yes.
About East. Bet, lay out on me. This legend concerns the trash can most terrify. Word has it that anyone who throws non-recyclables into said can meets with an unfortunate fate. A red raven stalks the perpetrator until they get in an accident. Right. One of my favorites. So what's the scoop? That red raven was actually a noise, and it possessed anyone who saw who throw shiny cans or bottles in the trash. Sounds like it wanted to get them to gather up even more shiny stuff. Possessed people got sent to search for shiny objects on the streets, which, unsurprisingly, is when they got intimately acquainted with moving traffic. Okay, judgment time. Oh, we only needed to solve like 4 mysteries, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cat Street, one of my favorite spots. What you got? This legend involves ghostly voices that whisper to one from the abyss. They say that if you step on the shadow cast by a certain telephone pole, you can hear the voices of the dead. Love it. And what was the deal with this legend? It was actually just a prank someone was playing using a directional speaker. Oh, really now?
Yeah.
I believe you, however... What do you mean, however? It's a real bummer to find out it was just some dumb prank. Some urban legends are better left shrouded in mystery, I guess. Hey, you're the one who told us to get to the bottom of these. Undone by my own hubris. And that was 25 points.
Yes.
Okay, Scramble Crossing. There's some shady deals going on, yo. There's a building that flashes on the big screen on the crossing, and anybody who goes there and walks around counterclockwise dies in 7 days. Doesn't surprise me that one's been making the round, so what was actually happening? Some sketchy Reaper was running a shady side hustle with players. Care to tell me more?
Really?
Well, about that. You're not gonna trick us and say we're wrong once we spill the beans. No, man, I'm not like that. I just want to know the truth. Especially if it concerns one of my colleagues. How can we be certain you two are not merely using us? Having us players do your own internal investigations would be awfully inconvenient. Come on, you really think I'd stoop that low? Promise, I'm not playing you. Now hurry up and share. Fine, the deals were for turf war points. I knew that son of a... I mean, nice work. That's super interesting.
Yeah.
I believe you. You actually found out way more than I did. In that case, you ought to sweeten the deal. How's about you give us a few extra points? Oh, don't worry, kid, I will. I'm gonna give you a whopping 40 points for that one. Woo! Alright.
Yeah.
Congrats, you finally managed to rack up 100 points. Won't stand in your way anymore, noble seekers of the truth. I was starting to think we'd never get enough points. Hey, have any other teams already completed your mission today? Good question. Honestly, my memory's a little hazy right now. Why don't you go and see for yourself? It's no fun if I spoil the truth for you now, is it? Real talk, I'm fine with spoilers. Whatever, let's just go. Oh, and if you get to the bottom of any other urban legends, feel free to let me know. Will do, pal. Will do. Cool. Might as well.
Oh.
Yes.
Spain Hill. Sure do, come on, spill the beans. So there's a stairway to hell. Hell. They say the second your foot touches the 18th step, you get spirited away. Hard to believe, I know. Now, I've heard that one plenty of times, so tell me, what's the deal with this legend? There was some scorpion-looking noise hiding out inside the stairs. Anyone who walked over it tripped and suddenly got the chills. That's weird, it must have stung them for something. Regardless, the foul fiend's touch induces a considerable panic. And that's putting it lightly. No wonder he got people talking. Alrighty, good job. And what do we get for this? I believe you, know, you kids might have a future in this line of work. 30 points.
Yes.
104. So, Saw about a white line that gives off some real bad vibes, yo. Just one line on the crossing outside of 104. Apparently, if you step on that sucker, you're all out of luck. So they say. Well, what did you find out? Some player was messing with people by imprinting words in their heads. No kidding, who was it then? Come on, you can trust me. I'm not so sure about that. And here, I thought we were best buds. Sorry. I do hope that won't adversely impact the points we receive. No worries there. I just want to know everything I can. Well, we told you the important stuff. And you really aren't gonna give it up, are you? Alright, fine. And...
Great!
Glad that was enough. I couldn't have lived with myself and Latoy's team lost points because of me. 28 points. Not bad.
Yeah. Yes.
And Center Street. Okay, a local legend. Lay it on me. This one's about some ghastly changing rooms. Apparently, if you use changing rooms at this clothing store on Center Street, you vanish the second you leave the store, never to be seen again. Yeah, I've heard that one, alright. So what was really going on? See, the thing about that is, if you tell him that Vario Beauty was behind it, will that get him in trouble? Still a chance we might team up. Maybe we should massage the truth a little. So, the person who disappeared was actually from the Yuji. They went to the store that serves players and tried on some stuff, and left without paying. Well, that won't do. One store clerk chased them as far as the exit, too. And that's when they saw the thief vanish before their very eyes. Right, okay, that makes sense. Did you find who the perp was then? Sadly, no. Huh. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Either way, it's time for me to pass judgment on your truth.
Great!
Alright. What, you heard? You mean you already knew the truth this whole time? Not in so many words. Plus, there's always more to learn even when you spend every day looking into this stuff. So I figured it wouldn't hurt to ask you kids to help out. You're bound to find something I overlooked. Documenting urban legends is my death's work. Come on, I can still count on you, right? I guess so. I'm sure we'll see you again soon enough. Oh wait, there's one more thing I need to tell you. We got 30 points for that, apparently. Of course, I'll happily lend an ear if you've got more stories to share. So leave no stone unturned in your search for the truest of truths. No way! You kids have got to the bottom of every dang legend Shibuya has. Huh. Now that you mention, I guess we have. You're the most legendary legend hunters I've ever met. Must hold back my tears. Alright, I've pulled myself together enough to give you a token of my thanks.
Look!
Here, have this. You've earned it, you beautiful players. Thanks. Cool. Suppose it was worth it. Got a new pin anyways. And I can finally give Rindo something new to use. Vehicular Assault. Sure, why not? Fret. Can't use anything. Finally a new...
Let's move!
Pin? I guess. But we're here in Tipsy Toast Hall. For that though, let's check if there's anything we can do in the store.
Hi there! Come again soon!
Hello. Thanks a lot for coming.
Can I get more pins?
Hello. Thanks a bundle.
Let's move!
Shame, really? Considering I actually used some of those pins today already to get some new trades done. Say, you don't think that's our target? But then what's that over there? Whatever it is, the other team's already on it, yo. Oh, what timely tidings. Vario Beauties have engaged with their target. What's that mean? We each got our own target to take on? I guess, which means that if we want to win today, we must slay our target before others can claim the kill as their own. And what are we waiting for, man? They're gonna beat us if we don't get a move on, yo. Right, let's go.
I'm all set. It's go time!
That's a big elephant.
Think we bit off more than we can chew here.
It's fine.
Get a grip, yo.
Charge that. They're chunking it nicely.
Have a nice flight!
Going up.
Away with you!
All right, bring it.
Yeah, it's dead already. I didn't feel that difficult. I would have thought it would have taken a bit longer. How long was that fight total?
Let us take this shortcoming
Not
in
even a
stride.
minute. Okay.
Jeez, that took forever!
No, it didn't.
What about the target, yo? Somebody beat us to it?
It would appear so.
The Varia Beauties took down today's target,
Good for her, I guess.
but the Ruin Bringers remain on top.
Same story, different day, yo. You know, I'm starting to see what Kanon was getting at.
Yes, but we must exercise caution, lest our teamwork be branded as rule-breaking.
Be nice if we could just take down the top dogs on our own.
But how are we supposed to know if we stand a chance against them? We still don't know who it is we're up against. And even if we do stand a chance, can we really make it home?
So, any thoughts, Rin dude?
Huh?
We told you what we think. What about you?
I'm still thinking.
Well, make up your mind.
I just need more time.
How much time?
More.
Well, how many hours is more? We can't keep Kanon waiting.
I know! Now can you give me a friggin' break already? Just because you jump off Tokyo Tower if Kanon asked.
And what's that supposed to mean?
How are you so sure she won't try to screw us over?
I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but still.
Then maybe you should think a little harder for once.
Look, all I was saying is that it might be a good idea to team up with her. That's all. And if we can pull it off without her help, then that's even better. We've all made up our minds, so I figured you had too.
I will, okay? I just need more time.
Sure, but we don't have much left. Only 2 more days until another one bites the dust. Clock's ticking, buddy.
I get it already. Doesn't make this any easier. I can't just rush a big decision like this. It's Swallow.
Sorry, didn't reply sooner. As for your question,
I know you're here with me. Come on, just tell me. No more secrets.
I'm playing the game too. I was surprised we could still talk to each other, but then I figured it out. LOL.
So you are here. I knew it.
So which team are you on?
What?
I can't say,
You knew who I was this whole time?
but I'm honored to be here with Rindo Kanade and the Wicked Twisters. I know we're friends online, but we can't be friends here. And we might have to fight each other someday. So I think you're better off not knowing who I am.
Killing me here.
But we could work together? Another team? Asked for us for help. If you're on that team, then we could be allies. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. If you want to beat the Ruin Bringers, you'll need as many allies as you can get. That's the key to winning. Gotcha. Then I'll tell the other team we'll help out. Don't miss your chance to make a friend. But make sure it's a friend and not a frenemy. Don't worry, I will. Stay alive, Rin Dragon. I'll be rooting for you. Can't wait to play Fango again when this is all over. Yeah, you too. Good luck, Swallow. Make sure you stay alive until then. Thanks. Can it be Shoka? I mean, Shoka's on the main thing. And I'm pretty sure this is rhyme. Sounds pretty wild. Are you sure you'll be okay? Oh, that's a new one. Lucky I managed to get through to you then. Don't worry, I'll do everything I can to help. Information is key to victory. And I've got the key right at my fingertips. I'm pretty sure it's rhyme. And rhyme might be... Wait. Can't be talking to Beat. Yeah, it's good to see. Oh yeah, she could be talking to Shiki. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what's up with Shiki. I just see Mr. Mew everywhere. So Shiki might be busy with that.
Yo! Yo! It's already day 5.
Yep, sure is.
Listen, I've given it some thought and...
Interrupted. We didn't replay, so I guess we will have replay for the final day this week. Weird that they skipped a day.
Just the mission.
Make tracks for O East. There you will find the key to the target. The upheaval rule is once more in effect. Teams lower in the ranking will earn more points if they succeed.
The revolution
Shiki being
returns.
undercover? Maybe?
Huh? That's new. Anyway, let's bounce.
Lord Rindo, you appear somewhat unwell of late.
He just learned his friend is in the game. But I'm pretty sure it's Shoka. That Shoka's a Reaper. I'm still pretty sure it's a Reaper, not a player.
I'm fine.
It has to be Shoka then, right? Because Shoka's the one on the box art too.
Can't hear you, champ.
So, make up your mind yet, Rin Dude? You did say you gave it some thought.
Yeah. So...
Hey, now there's a sight for sore eyes. What's happening, Skulls?
You're still calling him Skulls, but he's not wearing his skull cap anymore.
Lollipop? Get out of here, yo!
So, to what do I owe the pleasure? Got so hungry for some action that you came back for seconds?
Crowing boys gotta eat. You feel me?
Glad to see you haven't lost your sense of humor, man. But enough small talk. I want to know what you kids said to Uzuki about me.
Oh, you brought this on yourself, Korea.
About you? Pretty sure we just mentioned how you're really cool and super chill.
Huh. Alright. Interesting. Makes a Reaper wonder why she decided to tear me a new one then.
So she did teach you a lesson or 3.
Felt more like 4 or 5 at least. She also told me something else I wasn't too thrilled about. Said you kids weren't actually dead, but I couldn't believe it.
Believe it, yo. A lot of things have changed this time around. Thinking them Shinjuku Reapers is up to something.
Could be. If you want to know their grand plan, you're asking the wrong guy.
What are you Shibuya Reapers doing?
Yeah, Pinky ain't had a clue neither. Yo, there always been bad blood with you in Shinjuku?
Not always. We got along just fine at first. Even offered to give them all a new home when their old one got torn down. Welcome to Shibuya, folks. Wasn't expecting so much company.
What the hell happened up there?
Isn't this 3 years ago?
An inversion.
Go on.
It was tragic, really. Our little game was just heating up. When all of a sudden, the boundary between the UG and the RG just melted away, taking our beloved Shinjuku with it into the ether. We're the only survivors, and none of us are any the wiser as to why such tragedy befell us. I speak on behalf of us all when I say we'd be eternally grateful if you offered us shelter, gracious Game Master.
Wait, who's the game master here?
Hold up. Pinky was the GM?
Whoa, wait. I didn't think she'd promote that quickly. What the heck?
3 years ago, but not for long.
Oh, dang. That must have pissed her off.
Somebody had to step up after you and Phones took down the powers that were.
Yep.
Hey, yeah. Almost forgot about all that.
One can only imagine how.
Yeah, we did destroy all the officers. Like, literally all the officers.
I know I sure can't.
I don't believe I was speaking to you.
Imagine that.
So, you saying Pinky got duped like some kind of chump?
Go easy on the poor girl, will ya? Besides, it's kinda my fault for going against Shiba.
Not like you listen to others anyway, but, like, okay.
He doesn't take kindly to naysayers. That's why there's so few of us left. You don't roll with the punches, you get knocked out.
Y'all had it rougher than I thought.
Anyway, like I was saying, I don't know what your team's deal is, but I'd love to know who's responsible.
I mean, it's gotta be the Shinjuku gang, right?
Yeah, sure looks that way.
So you already know who's responsible?
It'd certainly make the most sense, seeing as they're the ones who called you here in the first place. Anyway, keep playing along for now. Roll with the punches, you feel? Catch you later.
After all that, his advice is just keep playing?
It's all we can do for now, yo. Thinking ain't gonna get us nowhere. Let's take care of the mission. Right, Rendo?
Right.
Well, if Courier says so, I guess we're gonna keep playing. Head to OE's. Side quest. Hello, Ryoji. What do you need today? Hey there.
Hey,
Oh, it's you kids. Got some good stuff for you today. What are you doing back here? Nice to see you too, Ryoji. How are those flowers of mine selling? What does it look like? Still got a bunch of them lying around. Best sell them early or they'll wilt. And make sure they're gone by the end of the day. I'd hoped you would have sold them all yesterday, but here we are. Have you thought about not forcing your junk on me in the first place? Can't say that I have. Besides, you're the one who insisted on doing everything yourself. Fine, a man repays his debts, and I do owe you for everything. Who's he? Hell if I know. Thanks, I'll be back later to check on you. Damn it, why do I have to get saddled with this? Hey, you kids got some time to spare?
up.
Absolutely not, we're super busy, and we came to shop, not work. Just hear me out. It's about a rumor floating around Shibuya. They say if you give a certain special flower... They say that if you give a certain special flower to your certain special someone, you two will suddenly share a magical bond of love or some shit. Sounds fishy.
Oh?
Give one flower and your boo will take on all your... that sounds super fishy. Give a whole bouquet and you take on their troubles instead. Oh, I think I've heard that one somewhere before. And this is it. This is the flower. It's almost impossible to sell them. I'm driving myself crazy trying to get rid of them all. Go out there and do a little advertising for me, will ya? I don't know. This whole deal's shady, but we can't leave a brother hanging, yo. Besides, we could use a breather. Let's give him a hand. Additionally, we'll have to assist if we wish to access his wares. So you do it? Great. Sure, but don't expect too much.
Curious.
By the way, this type of virus is the official flower of Shibuya, correct? Don't ask me, size the flower changes depending on where you hear the rumors, so it's not like that matters. Interesting. Each location gets a different flower.
Hey!
So what are we trying to get people to buy? Single flowers? Bouquets? There's potted plants too if you want to try that. Oh, that's the excess stock that the old man dumped on me. They're all the same to me, I just want them gone. So get out there and find me some customers. At least 5 to start.
Really?
Now we've got a quota? Alright, how are we doing this? Not much we can do aside from imprinting. If we wish to sell the single flowers and bouquets, it would be best to leverage the entire notoriety of the urban legend. And for anyone who isn't interested in rumors, we can try the potted plants. Precisely, although I remain doubtful we can sell the entire stock. Well, let's try starting with people who know about the rumors.
Sure thing.
Sounds good. Standing by and ready to scan. Single flower, bouquet, potted plant. Taka the handyman.
Let's have a look.
Heard a man was selling a flower from that urban legend around here, but I don't see anyone like that. Maybe that guy over there has some for sale.
Time to change your mind.
You want to buy a single flower? Should I get one? I don't know if it's the same one from the urban legend, but at least it'll make for a great story. Yo, we got one. One down, 4 to go.
Let's move.
It'd be really cool if they were all around here. My boss asked me to look into that urban legend, but could that shop's flower be the real deal? Manic flower just sounds fake.
Here's an idea.
Go ahead, buy it. I'll just get one. According to the story, giving a single flower forces all your troubles on the poor soul who receives it. It'll make the perfect gift for my boss. Okay. Kinda messed up,
A
though.
show.
We're on a roll, yo. Yeah, just need 3 more. I see a pig.
Sorry, but you're no match for me.
Time to beat a pig. Please be an easy pig.
These punks is done for.
It is an easy pig. Dodge. The attack.
Brace yourself!
Leave it to me, yo.
We're on a roll!
Urban inexplicable success.
Just keep it up.
It was a decisive victory indeed.
Almost messed it up, and it was like the most basic pig.
Booyaka! Don't get better than this.
Gotta focus.
I could feel the blood rushing to my head when she dumped me. I gotta calm down and take my mind off it.
Time to change your mind.
And the bouquet? Bouquets over there are so pretty. I feel like my friends could be really appreciative. Seeing them happy would really put a bouquet. How many is that though? 3, so 2 more. Can't believe she got injured right before the big match. What should I bring to cheer her up? Good luck charm would be too much. How about some flowers?
Here's an idea.
Your bio bouquet. Actually, maybe a potted plant would be better. In Japanese culture, I think it is. I'll buy a bouquet so she knows how worried we are about her. Go big or go home, as we say. Oh, and I spy the perfect shop right over there.
Let's move. Right.
He's a cake. Almost done. Just one more. My friend won't shut up about that flower from the urban legend. He says it's true. I should give some to my girl, but I have doubts about relying on something like that. How about a potted
Time
plant
to
then?
change your mind.
Potted plant sounds nice, I think, but where did that idea come from? Maybe my subconscious is telling me to get away from this urban legend and buy something less creepy.
A show.
That's our job done. Want to go see how the shop's
Right.
doing? Yeah.
Let's move.
Since we're passing you, what do you need?
So,
Take down some noise with this symbol. Which one? Bears, okay. Normally ask you to defeat 3, but I've been paid to go easy on you, so just once is enough. Wait, seriously? I mean, I won't say no. Who would pay you off like that and why? Gonna look a gift mission in the mouth? Don't waste your time overthinking it, kid. Just defeat one of these noise and you're golden. Okay. Hey, good job out there. Word's really getting around. Oh, again, Ryoji, selling those flowers of hope. Yep, almost sold out. Impressive. Who knew there was so much money in Urban Legends? Who are these kids? Don't mind them, they just help me out here and there. Anyway, you happy now, or you got something else to gripe about? No, everything's in order. I already made more than I thought I would. I'll be back when I find something else for you to do for me. Don't work those kids too hard.
Quay?
Please leave us out of this. It'd be better if that geezer never comes back. Anyway, thanks for your help. Take this. Thanks. Better get back to selling the usual stuff. Feel free to help by buying something on your way out. Cool.
Look who's here.
I mean, a new pin. Not gonna complain about that. Three Azamarus and Blizzard Bunny. Okay,
See you around.
do I even have extra Azamarus? That's so specific, and I just auto-sell. Speaking of auto-sell. Got me pin. That. Yes, you can use. Okay. Homing rockets again. Okay. Azamaru. Azamaru and Blizzard Bunny. I don't even know where I get those. It's probably from noise. I'll figure it out, I suppose. Uber pin. Yes. Thank you. Now I can use 2 Uber pins. Hmm. 104, Scramble Crossing. Okay. We're heading in those directions anyway. I do have Ryugu. Right? No, I don't have it. Okay. I do have Ryugu, I just don't have Kyoto Spirits. Oh, did Princess connect to someone at 104? Cool.
Let's move. Let's have a look. Let's move. Let's move.
Just grabbing as many fights as I can. Oh, I should say more than 5 fights, right?
Let's move.
Sorry, but you're no match for me.
Okay. Charge.
No sweat for Fred.
Charge 2 characters now.
Time to get wild. Just not too wild. Quit it!
Well, that was unfortunate.
Away with you!
Keep it up, Fred. We'll do. Feet, buddy. Yes, got it.
Not bad, yo.
Ain't no stopping us now. Nice. Leave it to me, yo.
Most spectacular.
Gotcha.
combination of pins is a little bit easier to combo with.
Time for a beatdown. Who's up first? Exquisite timing. We got this. Get a grip, yo. Going up. You alright? Time to get wild. Just not too wild. Bring it.
Is she okay?
Turn up the volume, yo.
Masterfully done.
Although I'm gonna save it.
Leave it to me, yo. Perfecto.
Okay. Let's go
Let's
with...
do this. Time for a beatdown, yo. Exquisite timing. Booyaka. Gotcha. Nailed it. Not bad, yo. Follow me, yo. Copy that. Going up.
That was pretty good.
Let's do it to it, yo. Follow me, yo. Copy that. Follow me, yo.
Indeed.
Gotcha.
Okay, dodge round. Truck's ready. Body's ready.
Going up. How's that? Booyaka. Let me go. Perfect timing. That was perfect. All right, bring it. Going up.
Is it one more reduction? Okay, last reduction. Should be.
These punks is done for.
Where are the rhinos?
Let's turn up the volume, yo. Let's keep it going. It's up. Going up. Follow me, yo.
Masterfully done.
Another one bites the dust.
Okay, what things do I have now?
Well, it appears our efforts were insufficient.
Panic. pins are really necessary, so I might as well sell them. Okay. Oh, new pins for Brett, actually, okay. Right, because I can use Uber pins. I was confused for a moment. HP vampire. Oh, cool. Shrapnel round. Okay, this is actually light element. Super new.
Okay.
I see.
We ought to be grateful to our mysterious benefactor. Yeah, whoever they are. Yeah, who bribed this guy to let us pass?
Let's move.
Quickly.
Sup?
Want through? Alright, here's your mission.
Oh.
Defeat noise with this symbol. Let's make it, yes. I was gonna say 2, but let's go with 1. Defeat 1. Seriously, that's it? That's it. Make sure you get the right symbol, though.
Gotta focus. Let's move.
So, wouldn't chain anything there,
Who
but
wants a piece of fret?
it's fine. Got a bird. That's what's more important, anyway.
Just be careful. Hey, not bad. Just doing my job. Exquisite timing. Booyaka!
Probably could have saved these. Okay.
High defense!
Right. Gotcha. I'm getting pumped. That was sick.
Okay.
Whoa. It's up. Are we awesome or what?
Gotta get used to this new combination. Back to spamming Fred.
Could have been worse, you feel?
Doku. It's not Doku. I need the happy bunny one. It's a bunny one. Ice blizzard thing. Actually, let me check again.
Look who's here.
Azamaru and Blizzard Bunny. Okay.
See you around.
Let's move.
Can't I buy them somewhere?
Okay.
You Ricket Twisters really are something, you know that? How kind of you to say. Just don't get too far ahead of yourselves, you hear? There's something off about him. Actually, could I have bought it from you?
Look who's here.
No, okay.
See you around.
Let's move.
Is this hybrid?
Let's move.
It is hybrid. I'm not missing anything interesting. Nope, I'm not missing anything interesting. But I found the side quest.
I mean,
Jeez, I can't get anything right. Never make it on my own like this. It's not like it's my fault, though. It's all because of that stupid Ryoji. If he'd bothered to actually teach me a single damn thing, I wouldn't be in this mess.
Penny,
What's up with him? You think it's noise? Doubtful. We have encountered him once before. We've already seen the inside of his mind. I should be free of intruders. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. He was posting those puzzles for Ryoji, right? Correct, and though he does appear to be troubled, tis an issue separate from any noise. So what do? I don't know, nothing? It's not like he's asking for help. Come on, give him a scan, can't hurt.
Let's have a look.
It's been nothing but failure since I started being my own boss, but it's all Ryoji's fault. He taught me a smidgen of what he knew, I wouldn't be in this mess. But
I say.
certainly is quick to shift the blame away from himself. Think I should jog his memory? About what? About all the stuff Ryoji told him back when they worked together. But he said the brother never taught him none.
You sure?
Yeah, but do you really believe that? Maybe he's just forgotten, doesn't even remember that he forgot. Lost me. Anyway, I'm gonna go for it, see what happens.
the show.
You come in and do your thing, yo. Okay, think about Ryoji.
Let's get down to business.
This is about right here. There you go.
Try to remember.
Oh. Apparently I shouldn't rely on reviews too much. No use working hard if no one knows who you are. Get the word out, and the customers will come to you. Even a jack of all trades needs help sometimes, so you shouldn't try to do everything alone. Or so I was told. I don't really get it, though. Guess I still have a lot to learn. That's it. I had it with being treated like this. I'm quitting this stupid job. You know, I did learn a thing or two from Ryoji, like how to advertise and get your name out there. I haven't been doing that at all. But else there was also the importance of not doing everything yourself. I mean, I am doing everything myself, but what's wrong with that? Maybe that's my problem. I need to think this through a little bit. And once I'm done, I'm going to be the greatest jack of all trades Shibuya's ever seen. See, I told you he was forgetting something. Oh,
Right.
Ho ho. Way to go, man. Shucks, you're making me blush. Anyway, we better get back to the mission. Yeah. Cool. What does this guy give us? Where is he connected to anyway? Oh, okay. Chain extender. Even better. More fights. No, last quest is at 104. Any new books?
Welcome. Are you looking for something?
Day.
Let's move.
No new books, unfortunate.
Oh?
Going through this way, you're gonna have to fight your way through. I'll bring the noise, you bring the fight. Sound like a
The
deal?
show.
Bring it, yo. We good, Rindo? Sure. We're ready now.
An enemy approaches.
Monja? There's a sign in the back that says Monja. What is that?
Let's bring the pain, yo.
Wrong button?
That was pretty sick.
Indeed.
Going up.
We got poisoned. Probably by the scorpion. Yep, by the scorpion. Let's try that first.
Was my humble contribution.
Perfecto.
That was pretty sick.
Indeed.
Going up. Let's keep it up.
That was sick.
I can keep going. Ain't no stopping us now. Nice.
I've returned to the fray.
Leave it to me, yo.
Most spectacular.
Bring it.
Quick, speed. Beep, beep, beep.
Gotcha.
Was an inexplicable success.
Oh yeah, we win!
Okay, cruise at 200. Hopefully that stays for the next fight.
Gotta get my head back into zone.
Monocro's up to level 3. Nice. Took him out already? Should have made him stronger. Made what stronger? The noise just now, stupid. I wanted to make you work for it, but orders are orders. Wait, someone ordered you to go easy on us? Something like that. But don't think this makes you anywhere near a match for the Ruin Bringers. Hey, good luck anyway, though. New pin. Monocro was up. I thought it was up there. Monocro. No, it was. Okay, maybe a little bit more at Monocro. Just raise it up a little bit more. Maybe buy something at Monocro? No, there should be a side quest somewhere around here. Oh, it's AGOG again. Prince is just standing there looking all forlorn. What's up, you think?
Well,
I think
actually,
he's coming up with a new recipe or something. Oh, the whole deep in thought look is really doing it for me. I hope he likes the present I gave him. Oh, hey, it's the Prince.
What?
Is that a friend of yours? If only he's super famous. Do you seriously not know? Never heard of him. But ain't celebrities usually more, I don't know, peppy? Indeed, this is quite the departure from when we saw him last. He does seem kind of out of it. I'm going Galaxy Brain.
What?
Dude's got a noise problem. Say what? Yo, Penny, you want it? Suppose so. We can hardly leave him in this state. Damn straight. To the princess rescue we go.
Gotta focus.
Single flower makes me
What an
think
awful
of Iris, my
affliction.
old caretaker, huh? Feel so drained all of a sudden. I can barely bring myself to move. Okay, we're right at the proper level for Prince. This doesn't go well for the future. But
Ready? Galaxy Brain, activate!
it's good enough for now.
our party is equipped to win.
5 minutes, 10 seconds. Okay.
Away with you!
Follow me, yo! Perfecto!
Okay, everyone charged. Don't have available. Fine. Okay, we should be on good pace.
Oh, this is gonna be easy! Ain't no stopping us now!
We got this.
Yo, you get a grip, yo. Yeah, gotcha.
What will he do
I'll
next?
use that.
Get scrapped!
Cool. Still got 4 minutes left. I'm taking a lot of damage now.
We've got this in the bag.
Did I do that?
You sure did.
Leave it to me, yo!
Spectacular.
Exquisite timing!
Booyah!
gonna charge up.
Away with you!
I'm getting
Masterfully done! High the hits!
nice one, nah, girl.
That's it?
We only got silver. Darn. Oh well.
Could have been worse, you feel?
Still not bad. What was that just now? As soon as I took that flower, a cold emptiness washed over me. Must have been more tired than I thought. You can be as tired as you need to. We'll still love you. Here, take this. I really hope you like it. Prince, I got this flower for you.
Yes.
Cheer you up. Why, thank you. It's almost as lovely as you ladies. Now, if you'll excuse me. Oh, they all squeed. Shall we consider this case closed? Yeah, he's fine. But we never found out where the noise came from. It ain't easy being famous. No privacy, people bugging you all the time. Maybe all that just got to him. Yeah, must be real tough being so popular. Word. Okay, what does this give us? Increases the groove earned between Rindo and Fret. Okay, why not? That'll be useful, very useful. Fix our pins. Sell all the dupes. I seriously need to do something about that astronaut pin. Not that I want to use it. Oh, another petrol round. The gravity element. That's odd. Very slow, very slow. Okay, we're gonna be using these 3 pins a lot. For quite a while.
Let me think this through.
But that's all the side quest did, right?
Let's move.
What does this need? No going this way until you finish a mission. 2 reduction. Too easy.
Let's have a look. Let's move.
I mean, might as well grab as many as you can, right?
Let's move.
6. Okay. Oh, I forgot to reduce
can do
the
this.
level. That's what I was trying to do towards the end of the menu, messing around with that. Yeah. Words.
Time for a beatdown. Who's up first? Go. You're done for. Keep it up, B. I got you. You're done.
So far, so good.
Let's keep it going.
Target the scorpion out.
Time to get wild. Just not too wild. All right, bring it. It's over. Exquisite timing.
We got this.
Get away from it, please.
I think we've got this.
Turn up the volume, yo. We got this. Are you ready for this? Yes, got it. We're on a roll. Leave it to me, yo! Let's keep it going! Hey, not bad! Just doing my job! Let's keep it up!
Understood.
Okay, just frogs left.
Time to get wild!
Okay, the Patro rounds charge faster. I think they're only 3 uses?
Let us tread carefully.
Seems about right.
Let's turn up the volume, yo! Let's keep it going! It's over!
Maybe 2 uses.
Going up! Hey, not bad! Just doing my job! Follow me, yo! That was perfect! You're done for!
What are we throwing?
Let's do it to it,
Gravity
yo!
element. I don't know what we're throwing.
Keep it up, Brett! Will do! Beat buddy! Time to get wild! Just not too wild! Ain't no stopping us now! Keep your eyes on me! Let's keep it going!
I don't even know what's going on. Just doing combos. Left and right.
And yes, got it!
Not bad, yo.
Follow me, yo! Great job!
This is a very good Vincent.
These punks is done for.
Let's turn up the volume, yo! Let's keep it going! You're done for! Follow me, yo! We got this! Ain't no stopping us now! We got this! Gotcha! Follow me, yo! Great job! It's over!
They both blowing up. There we go. And I might as well start
Victory is all but assured.
Let's shred these punks! That was sick! Thanks for the help! I got you! Nice one now, girl! Another one bites the dust!
That was still pretty good. We built up 65% from just that last fight.
I feel like we deserve better.
Last. Sure, evolve that into Pony Pony.
Let's move!
Oh.
That was quick. You sure that wasn't too easy for you? Kind of. Why are you asking us anyway? Something about you guys feels off today. Don't know what you're talking about. Now go on through.
What?
I didn't get it, but I'll take it, yo. Yeah, I can't complain about catching a break now and then. No, it does seem too good to be true. Feel that, man. Why are the Reapers going so easy on us? Did Swallow do something? Who I suspect to be Shoka?
Well, howdy.
Only because it would be really hilarious if it was Shoka.
Y'all come back now.
Hello there. Farewell.
Katoniro?
Welcome. Thanks. Come again soon.
Let's move.
What does this side need? Flying high pin number 270. How do I have it already or not? Okay. That's new. Okay, drop it down to easy mode. First.
Gotta focus.
Okay, gotta find the birds. Here's a bird.
Let's move. Let's move. I guess I could go a round or
And
two.
if it's still not that correct pin, we'll just drop it up or raise it up to harder.
Let's
It's been a
bring
while
the
since the
pain,
game
yo.
required me to change the difficulty. Let's keep going.
Express my humble contribution.
Great job. Going up. Let's turn up the volume, yo. Let's keep it going. Leave it to me, yo. Roger. Get a grip, yo.
Okay. 3 more in this reduction.
Okay, we got this. Exquisite timing. We got this. Great job. How's that? Booyaka!
Okay, that was good. Just save. Or start this fight.
Going up.
Or,
Let's keep it up. That was sick.
I mean, this is easy work.
Done for. Ain't no stopping us now. We got this. I'm Springer. Follow me, yo. Nailed it. Let's keep it going. Done for.
Yeah, I might as well use it.
We got this in the back. Now. Let's turn up the volume, yo. That was perfect. Going up. Just follow my lead. I'll do what I can.
Yeah, then we still have this fight to like build it up even more.
Time for a beatdown.
Prep for
Who's
hard.
up first? Done for. Gotcha.
Express my humble contribution.
Great job. Leave it to me, yo. We're on a roll. Follow me, yo. That was perfect. All right, we won.
Okay. Is that the correct pin?
Gotta get my head back in the zone.
Cool. Got Lovebird Magnum too. Let's flip it back to normal. Yo, we got your damn pin right here. Yep, that's the one. Free to go. Though I wouldn't be so eager to get through if I were you. Why, pray tell? Heard there's some nasty stuff in store for you.
Huh?
Like what? And he's gone.
Let's move.
Dogonzaka first. For some Suzu slurps. Wait,
Let's move.
The dawn's open.
Hey, come on in.
Japanified biryani? Cool.
Let's eat,
Man,
yo.
I am starving.
I'm finna have seconds. That really hits the spot.
Now they're good.
Come back soon.
Boost for HP. This is for prep.
Come on in.
What is it? Miso, salty lemon? Right, because Nagi doesn't really care about
Let's eat,
Man,
yo.
I am
Well,
starving.
let's eat.
I'm finna have
This
seconds.
tastes pretty good.
Oh man, I can't get enough.
See you again soon.
Donbury Town, glutton for gluten, Susu slurps. I should be able to remember that way to go to these three places.
Let's move.
Okay. Wait, what? Oh no, the gate's over this way. Oh! For reduction chain. Now that's what I'm talking about. Wow, you guys are really railing to go together. You've got not Moxie newbies. Too bad that doesn't count for much against Ruinbringers. Ain't nobody asking you. Gonna shoot our shot. Forget the haters. Well, let's do this.
Let's have a look. Let's move.
Rare noise. Rare noise. No.
You got a lot of nerve taking me on, yo.
Missed rare noise again.
Let's do this.
Unfortunate.
Ain't no stopping us now. Nice.
Although I didn't really see anything
Will he do that?
different than rare noise.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Gotcha!
Healing first. Should be hard.
Let's turn up the volume, yo!
Actually dying now.
Thanks for the help!
Not the cleanest of fights. Jeez. Have less than half health already.
This ain't good, yo.
Ain't no stopping us now! Nice! Perfect timing! That was perfect! Ain't no stopping us now! We got this!
Get rid of the jelly. Thanks, Rindo, for that. And we got some of her health back. I think that's because of Fred's pin. Oh, and
I foresee no
he
difficulties.
does have a reject.
Hey, not bad. Just doing my job.
Let's use that again.
Leave it to me, yo.
Most spectacular.
Let's turn up the volume, yo. We're on a roll. Let's bring the pain, yo. Did I do that? You sure did. Going up. Follow me, yo. Copy that.
Charging up Nagi.
Was thy humble contribution.
Perfecto, Lord. Done for.
We mustn't falter.
Perfect timing. That was keep your eyes on me.
Didn't need to hit that again.
Away with you. Hard defense. Away with
Time to get wild. Just not too much. Bring it. Let's turn up the volume, yo.
Have to time it to get behind the rhino.
Let us take this shortcoming in stride.
Nagi's getting things. Lots of new pins though. Okay. Oh, this one again. It did evolve into this. You sure? It evolved into something. Did evolve. 150 something? Oh, it evolved twice. Do I want to evolve it to Cozy Hilltop Windmill? Why is the evolution question? Because it did evolve into Breezy Ovine Wing. This one's also a question mark. Why is it a question mark? You think it would be like yes or no? Either it does evolve or it doesn't. I guess I'm not gonna evolve it then, because I don't think I need the window one.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep going. Our path stretches ever forward. Not much further. We almost at O East. What's up with today's mission, though? Maybe when we get there, it'll just be congrats, you did it. I doubt it, but we just have to go there and see. I mean, I don't notice anything suspicious today. It's been a while since we actually replayed. Oh, what's up? About this whole working together with Kanon thing. I know you think I haven't thought it through properly, but even if Kanon wasn't involved, I'd still think it's best for us to do something, you know? Fred, I know we haven't seen eye to eye on a lot of stuff this week, but it's like, I really suck at these kind of conversations. You know, at first I thought things would just work themselves out. We could just go with the flow, but man, I really don't want to get erased. I know, Fred, me neither. So I thought really hard, just like you said, and I think we should team up with Kanon. Yeah, you're right. Oh, thought about it too, and decided it was our best option. Is that really your decision? I mean, yeah. So far as I decided to take Swallow's advice, well then that's great. You know, it's weird. You're always bitching about this and that. Yeah. When it comes to make a decision and do something, you've got nothing to say. So I guess this is progress. Sorry. It's just I can't spring into action like you. I need more time. I'm sorry I couldn't make a decision sooner. Don't sweat it, pal. Can't expect you to change the way you are. And hey, at least you came to the right decision. Guess. Kidogi, let's hit up Kanon. Looks like they finally decided on something. You good with that, Nagi? While my fears are not entirely assuaged, I shall defer to Lord Brinder's decision. At the very least, I'm relieved that the tension in the air has dissipated. That's how a team should be. Friendly and peaceful. Or so I believe. Me too, yo. How nice to have a kindred spirit. Man, this reminds me of the old days. I mean, we ain't dead like the old days. We're still just as cut off from the RG as we was before. 'Tis a limited life we lead. We are but birds in a cage, trapped behind bars and meticulously supervised. At least y'all ain't gotta carry around those player pins no more. Plus my understanding that we did. For real? How come I didn't get one? Perchance you already did? They were circulating the RG not long ago. Oh, that thing? Yeah, I got one right here. Huh? Hold up, yo. The day I got my Sykes back. That's the same day I got this pin from my buddy at school. Token of their affection, perhaps? Doubt it, why'd you ask? No reason other than mere curiosity. However, your tale does remind me of a similar experience of my own. I had embarked on a preliminary inspection of an upcoming Elestra event space. Coincidentally came into possession of this mysterious pin. It was only after obtaining said pin that I found myself suddenly able to enter people's minds.
Hey!
Ooh, what you talking about? Something juicy? These pins. You remember when y'all pick them up? Pretty sure it was last week. Yeah, the same day we started playing the Reapers game. Just as I thought. Still don't get it, but I'm getting closer. Wait, so you do get it, or you don't? I believe he means to suggest we've come to the EUG because we acquired these pins in the RG. Kubo did say something about it being easier for them this way. In which case, perhaps the pins serve less as identifiers and more as invitations? Didn't Mr. Monami say something about your pin letting you turn back time too? Sure did. So if these pins is the only reason we can use our Sykes, what'll happen if I smash mine to bits? Whoa, slow down there, cowboy. Trust me, you do not want to do that. You might end up erasing yourself. That hypothesis certainly holds water when one factors that we've ceased to exist in the RG. Huh, is it just me? Or does mine look even more different than before? Whoa! Why does it look even more demonic than before?
Let's move!
Coney's here.
Hello, welcome.
To Coney.
Leaving so soon?
What a shame.
Wait. Can I buy? I don't think I can buy pins from
Hello,
you.
welcome.
To Coney.
Where am I supposed to get more Blizzard bunnies then? I can't buy it. I have to find it somewhere.
Leaving so soon?
What a shame.
Let's move!
What's a shame is I can't just like buy more Blizzard bunnies and train them for Ryoji.
Yo.
What'll it be?
Might as well finish up some tea gray punks. Cool. And I did buy everything here, right? Yes, I did.
See you around then.
Please tell me I got to unlock something from that. If I could find tea. Okay, tea gray punks. Cool. Getting a little bit closer to like finishing up this map. I mean, I'm already more than halfway, which is surprising. We made it. Now
Yeah.
what? I wasn't expecting you so soon. I'll be borrowing your leader if I don't mind. If you don't mind. That's you, Rin dude.
Huh?
Just me? Just you, all by your lonesome. So what do I do? Just head inside? Correct. You'll get your mission once you're in. Come on, let's get this over with. Take care, Lord Rindo. Well, here goes. Feels like a trap. Best of luck to you. It's pitch dark. Hello? Can't see anything in here. What the hell's going on? Damn, blocked. Don't tell me I'm trapped in here. Ah! It's the mission. To obtain your freedom. Fitting, considering the song is fighting for freedom. Guide the outsiders to the 4 keys and decode. Outsiders, does that mean threaten them? Fail and your imprisonment will extend. Till the end of the final day. Okay, this is messed up. Geez, what do we do? Are we the outsiders? Oh my, I hope my premonition would be less accurate. Gotta get Rindo out of here. Can't let him get him through with him the week without him. Shit, where are these keys at? Ah, it's Rindo. You okay in there? We are the outsiders to be guided. It stands that Lord Rindo must be the one to guide us from within. Let's see what he's got for us. Just got the mission. Think all the clues only come to me. Hang on. Tower Records, Scramble Crossing Expressway, Underpass, Tipsy Toes Hall. Tower Records, Scramble Crossing Expressway, Underpass, Tipsy Toes Hall. They're all going towards that little dead end I really want access to. Apparently there are 4 letters hidden there. Have to solve some kind of puzzle with them, but you guys have to find them, obviously. Sweet, now we know where to go. Okay. Alright, game, what's your first? Tower Records first on the list. Sound the strategy as any. Time to move it. Well, looks like we won't be teaming up with Kanon just yet. Speaking of Kanon. Hey, is Kanon in there? No, but she might be trapped somewhere else. I'm guessing our missions are probably similar. Maybe we can help each other out? I'll ask. Yeah. This does feel like a trap, but who am I playing as? Here's Tower Records, so, what are we supposed to do? Hear anything from Rindo? Hang on, let me check. At Tower Records, the key is marked on the back of the 10 numbered 1. Whatever that means. The 10 numbered 1. Something. Phone booth. Phone booth. Greetings. Oh. Sir Kaye. If you find yourselves lost, perhaps I can assist. I will not be charging for fortunes today, told today. We've never used your service once, but like, thanks? Really? Why though? Today's mission brings with it great uncertainty. It is simply my desire to put you at ease, to guide you in your leader's absence. I will be offering free assistance to all players today, and if you're satisfied with my fortune-telling services and wish to utilize them at a later date, I look forward to providing them at my usual rates. Free promotion, I guess. a surprisingly orthodox sales tactic. Call on me whenever you please. Godspeed.
What?
He sure acts funny for a Reaper. They all act funny if you ask me. At least we have someone to help if we get stuck. So, shall we begin? We're on the lookout for 10 numbers. They've got to be around here somewhere. Phone booth. Phone booth. Here, this is definitely it. Phone booth. Keypad's got 10 numbers on it. And it's back. There's something here, look. A. Letter A. I assume this is our first key. Curious. It appears as though it was better hidden previously. Someone has made it suspiciously conspicuous. How are we doing on time? Fine, but we better book it to the next place. Oh, it's Rindo. Maybe something's up. Talk to Kanon. Her mission's almost just like ours. Nice, we can help each other out. Just with different clues. Oh, that makes sense. We agreed to each do our own thing. If we end up with some time to spare, we'll lend each other a hand. Ha! That's a pretty solid plan, actually. Where you headed next? Hey team, where to now? Scramble crossing? Aye. No objections here. Scramble next. Got it. Alright dudes, away we go. What is with this? Why aren't we playing as Rindo? Or for this portion, why aren't we playing as Rindo? Hark, we arrived at the Scramble Crossing. I'll ask Rindo what to do next. Made it to the crossing. Key shimmers on the back of Liberation's Harbinger. Just pick 2. Huh? Guess that's who you're looking for?
Huh?
Oh, what a drag. So we're looking for the chick among the sport of pedestrians. Sounds like it. Keep your glasses on straight, because this is gonna be tough. Hair? No. No, wait, yeah, no. I was gonna go all the way to the right side, but the hat doesn't match. This is mean. This is so back. There she is, right there. Get her. Poor choice in words, but praising aside, sally forth. Yes, this is her. This is definitely her, right? But, like, I guess it is boring, like, not running around as Rindo, but, like, this is weird.
Huh?
Or not? No, that's her, but I'm pretty sure that's her. Clothing, why I couldn't see the glasses on her face, but it should be. Sweet, okay, so where's the letter? Shimmering on her back, as you may recall. But she's... Son of a... Heads up, noise incoming. Yeah, out of flipping nowhere. But it's one of them Reapers. Agreed, they would never afford us a clue so easily. Let's crush them, so we're fighting without her.
An enemy approaches.
Oh, that's not cool. I like the patrol round pin. Patrol round pin.
No sweat for Fred. Keep it up, Fred. Will do, big buddy.
Wow, you look to go.
Yeah, that went pretty well.
I suppose.
For someone else to recharge. Okay, everyone's got to recharge.
Follow me, Joe.
These aerial combos are very well, but it would be really good if we actually had Rindo to capitalize on them. I'm pretty sure he has the ability.
Perfect timing.
This is something he doesn't pull it out or anything. Just like, is that escape really necessary then? See?
Another one bites the dust.
Gotta get my head back into zone.
Natural puppy up to level 4. Cool. We did it. Now we just have to... Huh? Where'd she go? She was just here. That way. Which way? Toward Hachiko. Don't let her get away. Do I have to pick her out of the crowd again? Please don't. Where the hell she go? Don't tell me she had to catch a train to catch. Cool it, yo. Just gotta keep looking. But make haste. Time marches ever forward. Right there. Got her. That's totally her. Sure is. There are no noise in the vicinity. Quickly, now is our chance. Finally, now where the heck is this key? Shimmering on her back, as I've been told, meaning perhaps the satchel hanger from her shoulders. E. A-E. It's got an E on it. Nice sparkling one. That's good enough for me. Agreed, although I pray the remaining keys shan't take as long to locate. No kidding, it's just rude making us look for one specific girl in a place like this. Alright, where next? Since we're just going down the line, expressway underpass is next. Then let's get moving. This particular track, I want to say it's the Neo version of Hybrid. This song should have been an original, and it should be Hybrid. I think I pointed out earlier, and I was correct. It should have been Hybrid. It should still be Hybrid. Some of the tracks are just similar to each other, so I mix them up sometimes. We here, now what? Now we ask our all-knowing leader what's up at the underpass. Okay. Discern 5 truths. Where the image becomes real. There's another picture, by the way. There's a Reaper decal. Well, I'm already lost. Penny? Oh, I wish you wouldn't look at me in such a way. The scene in this photograph is the same as the view from our current vantage point. Discern 5 truths, the image becomes real. Oh, spot the difference? Perhaps, yeah? Perhaps what? 'Tis a simple game of find the differences. Simple, my ass. Yeah, that's not exactly my forte. You two are awfully quick to surrender. With all our wits combined, we're sure to solve it in no time. Who's it? Wait, I just got something. Just the same picture as the one we received from Lord Rinda, except with 5 locations marked. Could this be a hint? Sure as heck looks like one to me. Man, what is going on today? Think one of the Reapers is helping us out? Swallow? It would certainly seem that way. Could also be Kaie now. Could one of the other players be offering them financial encouragement? Well, whoever they are, we ought to thank them for this little answer sheet. Whoa, what you looking at the answers for, yo? So can we be done with it? Ain't no fun in cheating, man. Let's just use that as a last resort. I could not agree more. Now then, commence the search. Well, leave it to be ever honorable. But yeah, I kind of want to do this first. Oh, okay, I can only pick from here.
Sup?
You know, I think I found one. The most obvious. Keep this graffiti on the street. Oh wow, totally. How did you miss it, Fred? Way to go, dude. It's nothing. Just leave it to your boy Beat. Certainly looks pleased with himself. Well, moving right along. That kind of seems the same. Can't be the oh, okay, I see another one. This light is missing.
Oh?
What do you make of this? What am I supposed to make of it? Beats me. Do you not see the lights here? There's one more than there rightfully should be. Oh, now that you mention it, it does kind of look different. It doesn't look different. It is different. You say something? Not at all. Moving on. The cloud? Does the cloud count? Cloud does count. There's no cloud here. No? Just one of them? But the clouds, I mean, they are technically different. I would count that as much as the cars passing by, which is to say nothing. Yeah, you're right. Okay, the clouds don't... Well, that's not... That's difficult, but... Is that building? It's hard to tell. Two. What's under the mental notes? Okay. I don't like spot the differences. I don't see anything. Rather, I pay attention too much to needless details. Could it be like the buildings are different? This door is here. Wait. This is different. Aha, here's one. Where? I don't see nothing. Look, you imbeciles, look at the windows!
Whoa!
Oh, you're right. She is? Sure you I am. Okay. Don't need to count the cars. Do I count the sign? I don't think there's anything different about the sign. Thanks anyways. I'm terrible at spot the difference. Kinda wanna say it's something to... No, this skyline's still similar, right? Yep. Are those clouds? Street line? I think the street... Wait, which street line? Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. Look here. I found one. We're all extraordinarily proud of you. Woohoo! Turns out you have some brains in you after all. Pretty awesome, right? Don't pretend you're not impressed. As impressed as one could be with a zeptogram. What does that mean again? Hey, no mind. Some things are best left forgotten. Considering Minamoto left us, yeah. Come, we're not finished just yet. One more. Oh, wait. It would have to be that. I was noticing like something was off about that. Here, look closely. What are we looking for? This stop line out on the street. Notice anything amiss? Kinda, maybe? I should think it rather obvious. No matter, we're now one step closer to our goal. And it's 5, which means we got them all. Way to go, team. Oh, incoming. 5 truths have been revealed, followed by the letter R. Tis still unclear how we are meant to use these letters. Yeah, we ain't got much time to think about it. But hey, there's only one left to find, and only one place left to go. Tipsy Toast Hall, here we come. The way it was aligned was just off, so I just clicked on it, and turns out it was right. Here we are, Tipsy Toast Hall. What do we do here? Let me check. Alright, Rindo, we're at Tipsy Toast. Okay, all three of you? Of course. Duh. From east to west, from southwest to north, from northwest to southeast. East to west, southwest to north, northwest to southeast. When 3 lenses align, one will reveal your guide. Find the guide, find the key. What? I think the lenses mean cameras. So you need to look at 3 different places through your camera or something. Oh, so that's why he wanted to make sure we were all here. So we shall each cover one of the listed directions, east, southwest, and northwest. Yeah, and then see what our cameras can show us from there.
What?
But how are we gonna know what's different between them?
Indeed.
Excellent point. Would we had some method of observing each other's devices? Kaye?
Oh.
My apologies. Yet another sudden appearance. I nearly forgot to supply you with the tools you need. That would have earned me a scolding. From who? Shoka? From the higher up Reapers? What was it, Ayane? Allow me to update your RNS applications. Take only a moment.
Hey,
Hey, got updated. You are now able to share your screen with your teammates while using the camera. Useful in the context of this puzzle, no? Hell yeah, it is. Thanks, man. Okay, seriously, what is with all the help today? Let's just say a certain someone is working to ensure your success. And who might that be? Someone who has your best interests at heart. Just as I do. Well, best of luck out there. Yeah, out of all the Shinjuku Reapers, you and... No, it's outwardly you, but maybe secretly Shoka. You guys are like the nicest. Shoka does insult us a lot, but she helps us sometimes too. We doing this, yo. Dibs on southwest. He says while racing northeast. No matter, I shall cover the northwest. Okay, that leaves me with east, which is this way? This seems like a good enough place to stop. Everyone good? My preparations are complete. Yeah, I'm here. Camera's rolling. When 3 lenses aligned, one will reveal your guide. We have to find something on one screen that isn't on the others. Shit, I thought we was done with this find a differences bull. Here's southwest. See anything weird? Okay, this is trippy. So... I need to pinpoint... First of all, I need to like align the pictures up so like I know where each thing is. This is one of the food shops. That hole is with the eastern camera's hole. Oh, I could just click. I could click on each one. Northwestern. I haven't looked at this one yet. Okay, so Beat and Nagi cover each other's blind spots. I'm guessing, because Beat should be on that side. Or like behind this wall. Because Beat has a person there. So if there's anything that I would notice is different, it would have to be... Yeah, because Fret's right here. I can totally see Fret. There's Nagi. There's Beat. Okay. That makes things easier to see. This girl. There's no girl there, but is there a girl on Nagi's? Okay, then it would have to be Fret's. Because there's a girl standing here and it's not in everyone else's. Oh my god. I think this is it. She's our guide. Are we supposed to get all up close and personal? Hey guys, I think I found it.
Huh?
Hey, where'd she go? Perhaps a look through the camera could provide you an answer. How does that work, you think? Like AR or something? Who cares how it works? Just do it, yo. Alright. I'm still not seeing anything. Sure there was someone there? Viewing from the east may prove useful. Right here, so like... here-ish? See anything? Sure do, and it's creepy as all get out. Like, looks like a ghost. Man, don't try and scare me like that. It was fascinating. Looks like our spooky pal left us a dying message. Convenient. It's just one letter. P. A-E-R-P? A perfectly presentable P. I better let Rindo know. On it. Well, that's all for. Back to Oeast then? Must say, I feel strange leaving this apparition here. How lonesome it must be to stand watch in one place without end. Yeah, people passing by not even knowing you're there. Whoever came up with this puzzle has some serious issues to work through. That's all the letters. Took us long enough. We don't have much time left. There's still one more riddle to solve. 6 blanks. I guess the letters go there. And the clue is swim up from Onden River from the Shibuya River. Then float down to Utagawa River and Shibuya River. Rivers. What do rivers have to do with anything? Utagawa River, Onden River, Shibuya River. Shibuya River's runs under Shibuya Station. What about the Onden River? Looks like it goes under Tower Records. The Utagawa River is obviously in Utagawa and runs under Tipsy Toast Hall. Then flows back into the Shibuya River. We got the E at the Scramble Crossing, R at the Expressway Underpass, A at Tower Records, and P at Tipsy Toast Hall. I think I get it. You probably follow the rivers in the clue and put the letters in as you pass each place you got them. Swim up the Onden River, up the Onden River, from the from Shibuya River, up the Onden River, then float down the Utagawa River. And then the what? Is that correct? Shibuya River? Or no? Because it says from the Shibuya River, so we're starting at the Shibuya River. We're starting at E, then we go up A, go down P, E-R? Oh, no. I see it. I saw the word. Reaper. It started from, like, the very bottom of the Shibuya River, so starting with R, not E. Okay. Got something. Success. Yes, I got it right. Now there's a target for us to take down. I have to get outside. Door's unlocked. Whoa! Yo, Rindude. Glad to see you free and well. Glad to be out. Thanks, guys. Plus, not merely by our efforts alone, however. It means someone was helping you out. So it would seem. Even the Reapers showed us considerable favor. Just save the rundown for later, yo. Just ain't over yet. It's not. Didn't we just complete the mission? Not quite. We have to go to Scramble Crossing now. Should be a target there. Once that's taken care of, then we're done. Victory is nearly within our grasp. Wait, what about Kanon? Ah, When one of us escapes, can help whoever's left. Sounds good. How are you holding up? I just got out, so I can help if you need it. She made it out. Oh, thank God. No, thanks. I just got out a minute ago. Good to hear. The Ruinbringers and Pure Hearts are already out and about, too. All that's left is this target. May the best team win. Good luck to both of us.
Mm-hmm.
All set? Let's get to the Scramble Crossing. This was a very weird day. No replay either.
Let's move.
That's like 3 days with no replays. First day's a given because we can't use it immediately after using it the previous day. We didn't use it yesterday or today. So then when do we have to replay again? Yeah, we wouldn't have to use it for Scramble Slam. Yo, it's that sleazeball. You mean Kubo? Yeah, I can't say I was hoping to bump into him. But since he's here, there's something I want to ask. Ayo, Gramps! Oh, well, if it ain't the Wicked Twisters. Spying us again? Must be sweet having such an easy gig. Must be even sweeter running your mouth against someone who ain't allowed to fight back. Just know that if they let me have a go, use wouldn't even last a second. Save it, Gramps. I want to ask you about something else. You're a Shinjuku Reaper, right? Maybe I am. What's it to you? Got a bone to pick? More like a pin. What the hell is this thing? Looks like a player pin to me. Likely story, but I ain't buying it. What you get out of bringing living people here to play your bogus game?
Yeesh.
Good question. Twould appear you called his bluff. Should have figured an ex-player like you wouldn't notice something was up. But unfortunately, the finer details are above my pay grade. You expect us to believe that? Easy there, kid. Don't shoot the delivery guy. So the brass ain't telling you nothing, huh? No, but I got my suspicions. Could you tell us what they are, then? See, a hothead like Shiba's gonna get bored if all the players are pipsqueaks. But he's got the Ruinbringers. But one tough team does not an interesting game make. And that's to say nothing of the fact we ain't even seen their leader in action yet. So instead of sitting around waiting for stronger players to show up, why not scatter some special pins around the RG and shorten the wait?
I see.
In other words, your previous lecture about maximizing productivity was essentially a pretense. Sorry about it. Then what is it that makes these pins so special? Well, in layman's terms, it takes the psychic powers you all possess and uses them to transfer your existence from one plane to another. Did anyone else get that? No, he's essentially explaining why everyone has their own unique psyche, like how Rindo has the Remind ability, Nagi with her dive, and Rindo with his replay. Although Rindo's pin itself is very special because it seems to be transforming. In other words, they send people with powers from the RG to the UG. And here you are. So you're saying we're hot stuff, huh? Compared to talentless hacks, baby. We'll only know how strong you really are if you've managed to leave your mark on this game. We've been completely erased from the RG. Even if we win the game, is there any way to go back? Sure, Shiba could swing that for you. He ain't your run-of-the-mill Reaper after all. Meaning... like you'd be able to understand even if I told you. Bold of you to assume we understood anything else you said. My advice, don't go sticking your noses where they don't belong and let the GM do what he does best. Stealing Mizuki's position? All you kids gotta worry about is getting results. And with that, I'm out of here. Yet another kind soul offering little advice aside from keep playing the game. Only it wasn't completely rigged against us. Shiba must be a real sadist to get off on seeing us struggle like this. Wouldn't be surprised. The Reapers are pretty sick, yo. Guess he really is looking for a team stronger than the Ruinbringers. He's doubtless grown tired of their dominance by now. Otherwise, I fail to see why he would enact such desperate measures to find new recruits. You mean he really wants the Bringers to lose? Sure don't look like he wants them to win. Perhaps then he wants to see strong psych wielders experience the disgrace of defeat.
Really?
Dang, he's like some kind of sadist. That's what I just said. Then I suppose the discussion has come full circle. He's right though, the Reapers are pretty sick. Wait, we're circling back again. Let's just get on with the mission, shall we? Make sure we're nice and ready for the final day.
Let's move.
Weird. But anyway, we're back to the scramble. I thought it was a bit farther away. This is the place. Send something nearby. Dinosaur? That's our target. Bring it on, we're taking you down. Those points are gonna be all out.
All your asses is grass.
Is this a raptor? Or is this like a T-Rex? It looked more like a T-Rex than a raptor.
We sure we can handle this?
Charging the wrong button.
Great job. It's over. Alright, bring it.
I was holding the R button instead of the L.
Hell yeah, you did. Let's keep it going. It's all together now.
Probably should have waited a bit.
Just doing my job.
That was perfect.
Trust my humble contribution.
Great job.
Splendidly done.
Let's keep it going.
Where's Beat? Where's
How's
Beat?
that? Perfecto.
Splendidly done.
It's over. Let's keep it going.
Beat? I don't see exclamation points anywhere. Beat, where'd you go?
Just doing my job.
Like a boss.
Oh, there you are, Beat. Whoops. I just noticed Beat wasn't on the field, or like I couldn't use Beat's pin. Almost got it, till I lost track of Beat.
Think we bit off more than we can
Just
chew.
focus on the T-Rex. Frogs are nothing but small fry anyway.
Keep it up, Brett. Will do, Beat Buddy.
Okay, everyone's recharging. Nagi's up. Beat will be up. Nope, Brett will be up.
Leave it to me, yo. We're on a roll.
We mustn't falter.
58. Nope, window somewhere.
Sure, let's keep it up.
Indeed.
Okay.
Come on, hang in there.
G. B again. Okay.
Splendidly done.
Thanks, Nagi.
It wasn't even that bad. Just had a bad start.
I feel like we deserve better.
Ha! And stay down.
That should have earned us a ton of points, yo.
Yeah, plus we kept ahead of the other teams in the mission.
albeit with outside assistance. Lady Kanon's doing, I presume.
Oh, so you finally decided to do whatever it takes? Maybe you're more wicked than I thought.
You again.
Oh, don't look too happy to see me. So, spill the tea. What did I miss?
Why should we tell you?
Eesh, I was just asking.
Just another day at the old grind, really. Doing what we can to make it home.
Shoka, are you pretending? Are you not Swallow? It's Kaye Swallow.
Really? And you think buddying up with the Shibuya crew will help?
Shibuya crew?
You seem quite concerned by our connection with them.
Oh, was Uzuki and Korea helping us? Who was helping us today?
Hey, I'm just looking out for you guys. Wouldn't want them giving you any big ideas.
Why? So you can brainwash us instead? You know, the last game already left a bad taste in my mouth. But you Shinjuku Reapers really make me sick, yo.
Aw, you're making me blush.
Here we go. The Wicked Twisters wipe the floor with today's target, but the top spot belongs to the Ruin Bringers.
Same shit, different day.
Here's hoping for something new tomorrow.
For once, I concur.
This game really gets you down, though. No matter how hard you try, it's never enough.
Right? Might as well just give up.
Aren't you supposed to tell us to keep playing?
Maybe. But you don't stand a chance at getting home either way.
But I have so much to live for! So many games to play!
Oh, cry me a river.
Can you tell us what Shiba wants with us already? Is he just waiting to erase everyone but the Ruin Bringers?
Beats me.
Figures. That kind of info's probably above your pay grade.
That was rather vicious.
Damn, Rindo. True, but like... Damn, Rindo.
Think he got that one from Kubo.
Ooh, the fangs are finally coming out. You're not gonna stop there, are you? It's about time you sink your teeth into this game. You either play hard, or you go home. Oops, forgot that last one's off the table. Later, losers.
Didn't really inspire much confidence, did she? Still think we can pull this thing off?
I don't know.
Hey, did you ever get a hold of your friend Swallow?
Yeah, I did. We talked.
Took you long enough. So what'd they say? Are they here playing the game with us?
Yeah. No clue who they are, though. Except that they're not one of us.
I mean, I could have told you that.
The thing is, if we do escape this week, we're gone.
Which means Swallow's on their own next week, and you're worried they might not make it.
They've always been there for me. So I really want to be there for them too, you know?
I mean, why not just send them a good luck text or something? I know it sucks, but what else can you do? Anyway, we'll figure it out tomorrow.
Yeah. I hope so.
I still think it's a Reaper. But which Reaper? Shoka? Kaye? Just Shoka or Kaye?
You.
Shoka, dear. What's going on, Iono? Tell me, how did you pass the time today?
Huh?
What's that supposed to mean? I was merely concerned you might be up to something dangerous. Nope. Can you look me in the eye and say that? Isn't once enough? Shoka, what are you doing? Were you really actually helping us? Although I did get some exciting news. And what might that be? Oh, just that this game might be heating up real soon. Still a few things I gotta look into, though. I'll keep you posted. I see. Well, don't do anything I wouldn't do. I won't. You worry too much. Later. What an unpleasant surprise. Come to ingratiate us with your ill-gotten intel? Inversion. That was backwards. Matomi?
Guys? He's not moving.
Hey, come on, brother! Stay with us, yo!
Huh? Who are they talking about?
Did you not see a toy on the ground?
I was not prepared for such tragedy today.
Guess you should fear the Reapers.
Is that Motoy?
Motoy? I mean,
Hope that wasn't a sign of what's to come.
so are we replaying today?
You good?
I had another vision.
Vision?
Yeah, of the future. Sometimes they just pop into my head. Can't really explain why though.
Like a bad dream, but more ominous.
What precisely did you see?
I saw Motoy lying there.
Oh, dang.
Our daily tidings?
Maybe that vision of yours got something to do with today's mission, yo.
Expand your turf and aim for total control, or erase the target and aim for the top.
Is this another slam?
Today's target is...
No way. How could they?
This cannot be!
Shoka.
Wait, what?
Like our Shoka?
I assumed Reapers were exempt from being made targets.
That's... no. Beat was made a target because he betrayed the Reapers.
Me too, boss.
I don't believe I was speaking to you.
Of course you weren't.
Why would they do this?
Think it's because of all that stuff Kitty Girl said yesterday?
Perhaps her remarks won the Game Master's ire.
Certainly didn't get on our good side.
I worry our chances of besting a Reaper in combat are rather slim. And knowing this particular Reaper,
There's no way she'll go down without a fight.
That's even better, yo! Don't know about y'all, but I am pumped!
That makes one of us.
Beat, you had the same thing happen to you. Like, you betrayed the Reapers, and then there was an emergency call against you. Of course, that was just an excuse for an emergency call, but... Shoka didn't really do anything, did she? Unless she really did send us, like, cheats and stuff.
Aight, let's bounce, team!
I know Shoka's a Reaper, but how tough is she? If that was her I saw in my vision, then she's at least tough enough to take down Motoy. If I can figure out when and where they face off, maybe I can stop them from fighting. It's Motoy!
Hey, Rendo, très magnifique performance yesterday. Happy I was able to be of assistencia. Huh? You helped us?
Wait, that was him?
That was you? Oh, gee, thank you so much. De nada, senor. Did you hear about the special bonus for taking out today's target? Personally, I think it sounds too good to be true.
Like a trap.
You might be right. Stay safe. Ma certo. I'll do my best to keep helping you guys. Keep in touch and stay out of trouble, mi amigo.
If you want your wet clothes to dry, hang them where water's in short supply.
Well, yeah, of course. Will do. Good luck, Motoy.
He's got a point. No telling what'll happen today. Better keep my wits about me.
I don't think Motoy has that much sway over the Reapers, though, does he? So we're starting from Center Street today, huh? And so it begins.
Now then!
Sup, players? You're never gonna believe this, but you get to duke it out in another Scramble Slam today. It is a Scramble Slam. This guy again.
Right!
We're gonna have some blistering battles, let me tell ya. Why? Because the Booyah's been split into 3 measly areas this time. What? That's it? Where's Shoka? Sitting tight and waiting for the storm to blow over ain't gonna cut it. We gotta go all out offense if you want to win today. And try not to forget about the juicy target, kids. Keep it real, and I see you on the other side. A mere 3 areas. Better get a move on, or we're gonna be erased. Yeah, I don't like the sound. Wait. Technically, it should be 4 because the Ruin Bringers are supposed to have their own place too. They could just give up their turf to someone else. So what the heck? But we better get a move on before we're gonna be erased. Yeah, I don't like the sound of that. One of those areas must also be home to today's target. Not we're gonna have much time to look for Shoki. Whilst that is true, I cannot recall asking for your input. Just leave the fight to me, yo. That way I can leave the thinking to y'all. Sounds good. You know, Beat, when you smile, it feels like everything's just gonna be just fine. There should be 4 areas, you know? Because of the Ruin Bringers? Stop the music.
Hey.
Those hints we got yesterday? That was Motoy. He's trying to help us. I'm kidding. Maybe he's not so, but would Motoy real? Who bribed the Reapers? That feels like a Reaper thing to do.
Let me think this through.
Who do I want to go after, actually? New stuff in the stores.
Let's move.
Pins? Any of them?
Hello! Come
Not
again!
pins.
Oh, yo. Hey, yeah. Thanks. Let's move.
I think I'm just gonna call it here, though, since I actually did 2 days today. We can... Maybe we should stop by the Pure Hearts first. Because I still want to take them out, because I like the Vario Beauties more than them. But... No, yeah, I'm just gonna continue doing that next time. There's no
Let me think this through.
side quest either. Yeah. Good place to call it. I should be back this Wednesday. Hopefully. I'll try to stream again this Wednesday and like do our 3rd Scramble Slam. All of them to do 2 in a week. Well, at least I think it's good. And Shoka's also a target. Gotta see what's up with that. But until then, don't die.